Um, okay, so you're in this nightclub. It's called the Succubus Club. Um, and you've been finally given an opportunity to DJ in this club, right? And so what I'm going to quickly do, if you've got your character sheet there,
I don't
you
actually.
don't? Okay, well, it is there on roll 20. His name is Marshall, uh, what's his name? Marshall Rodgers. Um, and we can edit it together as we go along. And we'll create a character as we go, and we'll just add dots and points to it as we
Yep.
go. We don't need to like create a whole character to get this underway. We only need to create what we need as we go,
Yep.
which is quite useful. So uh, he's if you had to choose between like mental, physical, and social skills, what would be his most sort of strength, his biggest strength there? Do you think?
Probably more on the social.
Right. So high charisma, perhaps.
Yeah, but not too high. Like he's not a strong person. Bit weedy.
So 5 is the maximum stat for a human, right? So he might have a three points in charisma.
Yeah.
So he's above average because there's no actual average when you've got 1 to 5. So 3 is above average, 2 is below average.
Yeah. Yep.
He's slightly above average. Okay, what about manipulation? Would he be really good at that? Is that like one of his highest strengths?
Yeah, probably. Because likes to try and get his own way.
So maybe 4 points in manipulation.
Yeah, because I get 1 4, don't I, and 2 number 3s, and
Yeah.
yeah.
That
Yeah.
technically yes, technically.
Yep.
I'm pretty loosey goosey with this shit, to be honest with you. I'd rather you make a character that is who the character is, than worry too much about it. And especially as you're starting as a human, so it doesn't
Yeah.
track quite the same way. Okay, so we'll give you 4 points of manipulation. Composure, does he lose his shit very often?
He does.
So maybe 2 in composure.
Yep.
That makes sense. Okay, so is he smart? Is he witty? Does he have a lot of resolve?
Not really. Not too smart.
So maybe 2 in intelligence, or would you? Want
Yep. 2.
2? Okay.
2 in intelligence.
Live on his wits. Maybe 3 in wits.
Yes, he does.
Okay, and
I'm impressed so far.
his resolve. What sort of resolve do you think he'd have?
Oh, he's pretty weak. Pretty weak-willed. He doesn't.
Well, willpower is a different stat, and resolve does play into it. So maybe we'll choose 2 for resolve to start with, and figure out how that works. Bearing in mind, right now we're playing with a version 5, 5th edition character sheet, which none of us are very familiar with. We've all come from 2nd edition, and so we're learning this new edition at the moment. So
Right.
bear with us as we fuck with stuff and just play the game without worrying too deeply about the mechanics.
Sweet ass.
Okay, so strength, dexterity, and stamina.
Probably higher dexterity than strength.
Maybe 3 dex.
Yeah.
2 for strength. Maybe 2 for stamina.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Cool. Right. So we'll just chuck you some skills as well while we're here. So I don't know if have you managed to find the character sheet yet?
Oh, I went to. So I'm in roll 20, and normally if I'm on the in the the editor, it would come up on the
In the panel.
journal.
Yeah.
Is it the journal?
Yeah, it should be in the journal. Maybe I haven't added it to the journal. Hang on.
Or I need to refresh.
Yeah, try refreshing first. That could be it. But I will see if I can edit this guy into the journal. Bio info. Oh wait, I can edit this. Player's journal. Ah, here we go. Yes. Now I put it in the journal. Now that was.
Yep, there it is.
There it is. Okay, cool. Okay, sorry about that. I'm
Okay.
better with D&D Beyond than Roll20.
Yes.
Okay, so Chronicle is.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay. All right, so we won't worry about your ambitions and desires, sires, predators.
Yeah, they'll come up. Yeah.
All that stuff's not really relevant right now. But we can throw some points at things like athletics, brawl, crawl, crafting, and driving, and firearms and shit. And larceny, probably he's got some dots in.
Yep, larceny.
So we throw 2 at that. Can he fight in any way at all? Has he ever used or had training with any kind of weapons or martial?
Not weapons. Maybe a bit of boxing as a teenager.
Okay, so he might have a dot in brawl.
Yep. Something in streetwise.
Okay, yep, streetwise, that makes sense. Maybe 2 or 3 in streetwise. Maybe 2.
Yep. 2. He might know a bit of politics based from his, just growing up in the family he's grown up in.
You're thinking right along the same lines as I was on too there.
And maybe 1 in finance, just from being aware of father's banking dealings.
Yep. Gotcha. Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense. So he'd have fuck all animal ken. He might have some etiquette skills, though he might not ever use them very often, but...
Yeah, he would be, dinner parties and things like that. Not that he would want to use them, but, because he's
he knows
gone, fuck you, family. I'm not being
Yeah, no, that's perfect. Yep, that makes a lot of sense. Probably has a dot in technology just because he's a modern kid.
Yeah.
Yep. Maybe not science. Maybe survival. Subterfuge could be useful. Might be something that he has a dot or 2 in, if you can justify that.
Yeah, he's good at bullshitting people.
Right. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Stealth. Does he ever have to sneak around and be stealth?
Not really.
Not really. He might have a dot in leadership just because he's comes from this leadership kind of background family. He knows he's great at it, but he might have learned some key points about it.
Yep.
Yeah. Persuasion, performance.
Persuasion he'd have to have if he's got a quick tongue and tells lies.
That's true.
Yeah. Yep. 2 in persuasion.
2 in persuasion. All right. Is he good at reading people?
He'd have to be a liar.
Oh, yeah, but not great at it.
Okay, we'll just give him a drop at it, a dot. Okay, so anything else on that list that you see that could be to you? Awareness is a really important skill, but you might not have it.
No, I'm not all that aware.
Okay.
No, I'm too full of myself to be aware.
Too full of himself. Okay. Okay, that's pretty good. What about driving? Does he have a fast car that he got from Daddy or anything like that, or has he ever had a fast car or
yeah, but he probably wrote it off. But he wouldn't have had any sort of training in driving specialty. No.
Right. What about like street racing or anything like that?
Maybe that's how he smashed his nice car and Daddy didn't buy him another one.
Well, let's drop him a dot and drive, just a thing. Okay, and that's pretty much us ready to go, I feel. You got any burning questions?
No.
No, excellent.
No, we'll see how we go.
All right, so you're at this nightclub, the Succubus Club, and you've been given this opportunity to be a DJ for the evening, just to try it out. You've been introduced to the owner of the club. His name is Brennan Thornhill. Brennan Thornhill is a very nice guy. He's quite dark skin and speaks with a Hispanic accent. And he meets you very briefly, and you notice that he's wearing an immaculate suit. And he's a very charismatic fellow. And when he shakes your hand, you notice that he's got rings on his fingers. He looks like... in fact, you may have even heard that he's got connections with the drug trade. You might have heard that from friends and things, and you kind of are a little bit, possibly a little bit concerned about this guy. I don't know, it's up to you.
I'm looking up to this guy's God.
Okay. Well, he's given you this opportunity. He comes to meet you, and he says, "So, I hear you're going to be our new DJ this evening. I come to introduce myself to you personally. I am Brennan Thornhill. And he reaches out his hand to shake your hand.
Brennan, thank you so much for this opportunity. I won't let you down. I'll be fantastic. I'll have this place pumping. You won't regret it.
Good, good. I hope you're very good. You better be very fucking good.
Oh, I will be. I will be.
Good. Well, then, it's so nice to meet you. I will leave you here with the other retainers here to do your work. And at the end of the night, if you're good enough, I will be back to speak with you.
Oh, that would be wonderful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
He heads off, and he goes up the set of stairs up to the VIP room, which you've never been to.
Hello.
But you do see a number of others going up there, and what have you. And you get through your your DJ set relatively. In fact, why don't we make a check? It might be wits, and you know what? You should have some dots in craft. Craft might be your DJ craft.
2 dots in craft.
2 dots in craft. Excellent. Okay, so to roll that, you know how this works on this character sheet?
I've never used one of these character sheets, but I add up certain things.
Yeah, okay, so you see there's a little button next to the craft thing, right? So you click that, and then it asks you which attribute you want to add to that. Okay, so so you add charisma to that, and then submit it. It's going to ask you for modifiers, no modifiers, the standard difficulty is 6, and that will roll your dice. And we'll see that in the imaging. Right, so you rolled a success. So it was all right. It was pretty good. Okay, so as you get to the end of your set, one of your friends comes over to you. Do you want to give me a name for a friend?
Andrew.
Andrew comes over to you with a drink, and he's like, dude, that was awesome. So good, man. So fucking good. That was amazing. You had the place fucking jumping, man. I was over there. And as he's talking, you see this dude coming up behind him. This guy with slicked black hair behind him, wearing a leather biker jacket, with a couple of people behind him as well. And this guy takes Andrew's shoulder and kind of squeezes it and looks at him and just says, go. And that guy leaves.
I'll see you later, Andrew. We'll catch up, mate.
And he fucks off. And this guy steps into your space and he says, I need to talk to you. You notice he's a little mustache here as well, like not quite a Hitler mustache, but a very thin line across the top of his lips.
And so he's wearing black biker's jacket.
Yeah.
Looks pretty heavy.
Yeah, I mean he does look pretty serious. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm kind of impressed. Oh, yeah. I just did this awesome set, man. I hope you heard it. It just went off.
I don't give a fuck about your set. I want to talk to you about your father.
Oh. My father? What's he got to do with a place like this?
Why don't you step outside with me?
I look around for
He just goes
friends,
like
anyone?
He looks back at you and he says, follow me. And he dominates you. Basically, this is command, you know.
Right.
And thusly, you can choose to resist this using willpower and so forth, or you can just follow along.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow along.
Okay. Well, he takes you out into the parking lot outside, and there's this small group of bikers waiting nearby. You see he goes over and rubs his hand along the handlebar of one of the motorcycles there, and he turns around to you and he says, I want you to invite me to your father's Christmas party next week. It's Christmas.
I won't even be going to my father's Christmas party. I haven't done so for a couple of years now.
Well, this fucking year you're going, and so are we. We're your friends now.
My friends? Yeah.
Let me introduce you. My name is Antheus. This here is, you can call him Randy or Ramrod, whichever you care to say. And this is Jackie, and Jackie's this baby-faced blonde kid with freckles on his face, and Jackie's like, hi, I'm Jackie. The guy introduced you as Randy, he looks like a 1950s cardboard cutout street racer, bomber jacket, short black hair, perfect kind of looking dude. Very much the alpha male kind of from the 50s, you know. And he just looks at you like a nod. And Antheus says, "So yeah, we're coming to your fucking party. We're going to. How do you like that?"
And why do you want to come
That
to my father's Christmas party?
Randy gets off his bike and cracks his knuckles and begins to walk around behind you. That's not really important. But if you do a good job and you play nicely, maybe there is a place for you with us.
Okay, no need to, look, you may have to, go some sort of black tie. I don't know if they're going to accept you if you turn up like this.
Well, perhaps, maybe we shall see. Or maybe I will send in a friend in my place if I have to. We'll see. But you need to tell us everything. Now, Jackie, is Chase on his way? Jackie turns around and he goes, yeah, I just got off the phone to Chase. He's coming. He's going to be here in a minute. He said he got delayed with some of that shit from the coterie. But he's going to be here in a minute, Antheus. It's no problem. Good. So, maybe we move this little party somewhere where we can hear ourselves think. Do you have a place that you like, my new friend? Did not.
So I couldn't quite hear that last bit. Couldn't quite.
He said, maybe there is another place we can go where we can hear ourselves thinking. My new friend, Marshall. Is it not?
Yes, that's right.
Do you have a favorite place, Marshall, where we can hang out together, get to know each other a little?
After leave this club, there's a diner around the corner I'd like to go to sometimes.
Oh, yes? Very well. Perhaps we can go there. Do you have an idea for a name of that place? Otherwise, I'm going to drag you to a place called The Cave.
It's called The Cave.
Oh, awesome. Well, that's helpful. Okay. So, Chase, you are waiting at the cave for Antheus and the rest of the wolf pack to arrive. You're hanging out with Horace, playing chess presently.
Yeah.
All right. When these guys come in, and as you get there, Marshall, assuming that you said it yourself, the cave, so you must have been there yourself before. You know this bar is downstairs, about like a whole floor underground, off the main street of the Loop in Chicago, one of the main roads, and all the way down the stairs there are door knockers on either side of the corridor that leads down the stairs into this bar. Different door knockers from different places and times, quite exotic, some of them. And finally you come out into this fairly pedestrian looking bar. There's, pool tables, archways dividing off the main section of the room. And at the bar, it's quite quiet right now, but at the bar there is this dude playing chess with this blue guy who sits behind the bar. They're just usually playing chess on the bar. Presently, they look up to you as you come in. And Angus nods to this guy. He turns to you, Chase. Chase, this is the one, yes? The one you found.
That's the one.
Why don't we go and have a chat?
Wait, Antheus. Just let me do this. There.
Horace,
off you go.
Horace takes your knight and looks back at you and says, I think perhaps that was not the best decision, but we'll see when you come back. You have an appointment, Chase.
Yes.
All right. So Antheus and the Wolf Pack take you down this corridor to this office at the end of this corridor. And Chase, you know this is your office. This
Yep.
belongs to the coterie.
Yep.
And you bring this guy in. And Antheus says, so Chase, why don't you do the talking? I can help you guide the conversation.
Okay, say that again, Russell.
He says, I'm going to let you do the talking. I'll tell you what, Simon, I am going to try a thing where I'm going to put your Zoom on mute and you put yourself on press to talk so that so whenever you talk, you just press your space bar. That will kill some of the sound problems that we're getting. Just give it a go now. See if you've... Okay, it's not... You'll have to actually turn press to talk on. Do you know how to do that? You go to where your little mute button is down on the bottom left of Zoom, and there's a little arrow there. And then go to audio settings. Under audio settings, there should be a button that says press to talk. Or something similar to that. Oh no, press and hold space key to temporarily unmute yourself. It's near the bottom of the check boxes under audio settings on Zoom.
Yeah, so that was ticked, and I am pressing the spacebar. And are you hearing me?
Yes, that's perfect. That's perfect. That really helps. Thank you, sir. Okay, so Chase. Antheus steps back and he puts his hand on your shoulder. He says, "Go for your life."
So, your dad's got a party coming up, right?
Oh, press to talk. Sorry, Simon.
He does, yes. I'm not sure why you guys are interested in it.
Well, he has some business dealings that we are interested in. And
sorry, Antheus?
No, he looks back at you, Chase.
Well, you see, I've done some business with your dad, and I'd really like to get to know my customers well. So I'd really, really like to go to that party, dominate.
Okay, so you're dominating him
Yeah.
to seed the idea that he needs to go to this party. All right, so let me just check up on Chase's character sheet and see what level dominate that you have.
He's been using it a lot lately to talk to different people, so...
Right.
But it was low, I think. It's not super high.
Oh, we don't have Chase in V5 yet. We've still got you in V2, so I don't have your disciplines actually here. But I'll buy that for $1.
Okay.
Okay. So basically, it looks like they're going to condition your character into taking them to this party. And my general thoughts are that we would cut to the party next, pretty much, which may be days or weeks later.
Because we want to get to know him. We want to get to,
Right.
taking him out on the helicopter a few times.
Right.
Yeah.
In fact, you know what? I don't know how long do you think Chase has known Marshall's father for? Let me just check what Marshall's father's name is too. William
the Second.
William the Second. Hilarious. Okay.
About, I'd say, what would you say?
Well, what I was going to say is...
what would you like?
I was thinking that Marshall should roll an intelligence and investigation check, a retrospective one, to see whether or not he recognizes Chase at all from having been around his father at any time in the past. And you know what? I know. I take that back, because if he had, then you wouldn't need his son to get in there.
Yeah.
Wouldn't make sense. So I revert that, roll that back. Yeah. Okay, so they're going to basically rewrite Simon's character's memories in such a way that he believes these guys are his best friends and supporters. They offer to get you into DJing clubs and stuff and meet people. Randy will have thrown you a packet of Coke, right? Like a whole bag of Coke that you can just go nuts with, and you can sell it to your friends or keep it for yourself or whatever the fuck. They make you flush, basically, and they give you a sense of independence and freedom and power that you wouldn't have had prior to meeting them.
And to also get a feeling of wanting to stick it to my dad a bit. So turning up with a bunch of bikies to his Christmas party and just rocking on in is sounding like a great idea to me, especially after I've had a couple of lines of that stuff.
Right.
So I'm going, yeah, let's do this.
This sounds good to you. Okay, that's where we're going. Excellent. Okay, well, we do have a player coming into the session at some point. She's usually bang on time, but tonight she actually told me in advance that she would be late. So I'm just going to see where she's at.
Is it 9 o'clock yet?
Is it 9 o'clock that she's dropping in, is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
9 o'clock.
Definitely do. Bells, all right. Yeah, she's unfortunately been trying to get hold of me and didn't see the thing, but I dropped the link directly to Simon directly. Okay, that was my fault. Oopsie. Normally I drop the link into our into the vampire chat thingy, and I just dropped it directly to Simon tonight, and I was like, oh, okay, I've done that. Oops. Okay, so you guys, in the meantime, these guys leave, they fuck off, and they're prepared to drop you off somewhere. Whereabouts does this guy live? Hang on, she'll be here in a second. Simon, do you have any thoughts about a house, a location, apartment? Whoops, sound.
Push the button. Push the button.
Yeah, I've got.
Push the button.
Press to talk.
I am pushing the button.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
think
mine does the same thing. Yeah.
I need to have Zoom focused for it to work.
Right.
So, and I've actually put
Stage.
headphones on, so we could try it without.
Sure.
So there'll be nothing coming out. There's nothing coming out of my speakers. So if you want to try unmuting me, we'll see how that goes.
Yep.
Leave it up.
All right, we can do that. So, Simon, Charlie, Simon.
Hello.
Hello, Charlie. Hi.
So, yeah, these are our Barry and Charlie are our most regular players for this particular game. And we have another guy, Michael, who sometimes comes along. He's busy at the moment.
Did you see my messages written all over the
I
screen?
finally did see them. They finally popped up. I was like, well, I gotta go and see.
Right, everything.
Gotta go and find out where she is. And I had a look and found a million notes. Going, let me in.
Yep.
Yeah. Now I could see that being written in the background. I was wondering, oh yeah, Barry's just having a muck around while he's waiting for us. No,
that was.
He doesn't know how to do that. If it's anyone, it's me.
Excellent.
It's me.
Well, you're being bells tonight, I think.
Okay.
And
Yep.
basically, Bells, the deal is this. Antheus has recruited you to help him with the job.
Could you repeat that? I'm sorry. Some noise is making it very, very hard for me to hear.
Yeah, I think that the headphones has not solved the thing. Right? That's better.
Sorry.
Yeah, this shit happens with Zoom and stuff. So Antheus has recruited you to help him with a job.
Okay.
Chase has tracked down a particular banker slash businessman that he believes to be some kind of ghoul working for and with the Sabbat. This businessman has a son who he has basically seconded now into helping them get into Dad's Christmas party, where a number of Dad's business associates and family members will be present. The objective is to get into the Christmas party, find out who, if any, of the members of the Christmas party are Sabbat, and use those leads to find wherever their nest might be, if possible. That's the general gist of it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So
It's very odd that it's Christmas related
why?
because it's nowhere near
Oh,
Christmas.
it's nowhere near Christmas. That's true, but I do think it could be a birthday party. I don't know. What? Yeah. Should we make it a birthday party? That could work. What do you think, Simon?
You're sold on Christmas, so be it.
Oh, it doesn't matter. We're just going to rock up there uninvited anyway, so it would need to be a rather large and elaborate birthday party. So,
Right, that makes sense. Yeah.
Does Bells know you?
Bells does not know this guy.
Okay, right.
Not yet. But Bells, you are on your way to the cave right now because Antheus has called you there and you're about to make an entrance into the conversation.
Okay.
Yeah, so Bells, you go down the stairs to the cave. Horace points the way to the door to the office.
Right.
And why don't you describe your character as she enters?
Okay. It's complete opposite of me, to be honest. So a fit Native American Native is it Native American? It is Native American. Native American woman with she has like sun-kissed brown hair with like a streak of white. She has one white eye, one brown eye. She looks very much like a hippie from the 70s, like straight from the 70s. And she'll have some feathers in her hair too.
Right.
And a satchel.
So you come into this room. Antheus looks around to you. Chase is here. Chase, what we haven't heard a description of Chase actually. Do you want to give us that, Barry? Also, Barry, your camera's not on. Is that because you're feeding your
Barry?
feeding
Wake up.
I reckon.
That is because
Yeah.
I'm feeding my face.
Fair enough too. Okay, well, we can hold off on your description until you finish feeding your face, and then we'll come back to
Robert Urich.
Robert Urich. Do you know that guy, Simon? No. Okay.
no.
You can Google him. Robert Urich. How do you? I don't know how to spell Urich.
Urich.
I'm gonna look him up now too. Robert. Do you have a picture of your character, by the way, Simon? Yes, it is Urich, definitely.
I know.
Very good. Yeah, okay. He is old now and bald, but we're talking about Robert Urich from the 60s, I assume.
He's dead now.
He's dead now. Okay, well that explains why he looks old. He looks very old in that case.
Out of cancer.
Ah, okay. He looks like a happy-go-lucky dude with kind of shaggy hair, and he's wearing a leather jacket and a t-shirt, and he's smiling, and, you know, seems like a nice guy. Okay. So, Antheus turns around to you, Bala, as you come, and he says, exactly the person I've been waiting for. So now that we have our team together, this is the one. He is the mark. He is going to help us find the mark.
Okay. Would you like to introduce us?
This
Or
here
what?
is Marshall. His name is Marshall Law. No, Marshall Rodgers. His name is Marshall Rodgers. Why don't you introduce yourself, Bella?
Well, I'm Belladonna Rivers. Sounds a bit like Rogers, actually.
Well, I'm very pleased to meet you.
Pleased to meet you. Are you a gangrel too?
He turns. Anthea says, looks at you. He says, "He's kind.
Oh,
You're breaking the masquerade, Belladonna."
ignore what I said. Ignore what I said.
Anthea shakes his head, and Randy chuckles to himself. Jackie kind of smirks. I don't know what Chase does. He feeds his face with pizza. No. So Bella, the intention here is I want you two to become friends, good friends. You know, keep this young man happy and on our side if you can, until this party. And what exactly was the date again for this party, Mr. Marshall Rodgers?
It's on the 8th. It's big 65th, maybe, or was it 70th? I can't remember. Anyway, he's having a great big bash out in his flash house out in the suburbs.
Right, so I just a quick thought I had on this was perhaps the house is a house on the lake in the woods.
Oh, that's nice. It sounds pretty.
Is that all right with you, Simon?
Yeah, it's the equivalent to the Hamptons, but on the lakefront in Chicago.
Right, okay. Yeah,
Chase has done his homework on his father,
okay.
because he's got Mackenzie to do some investigating on him.
Yeah,
So he would know it's his 65th.
okay. All right, so it's his 65th birthday party. And so what I need from you, Mr. Rogers, is a guest list.
Oh, you know, I don't have a lot to do with my family, but you said Bella was going to, get to know me and look after me. What I'm thinking is I'll turn up with her as my +1, my girlfriend, and these are just her friends come along.
Whatever makes sense to you. I don't really care. Why don't you go with Belladonna and Chase here? You can go together and investigate the house, meet the people, find out about the party. As a team. And when you have the information, we can plan what we're actually going to do on the 8th. Are we clear, Belladonna? You seem perplexed.
Always perplexed.
Always.
What does that
perplexed.
mean?
All right.
It's fine. Okay, so what was the plan again? So we're going there to why is he here? Why is he here?
Chase, can you take Belladonna and explain the situation to her?
This way.
Oh, right.
So
Okay.
Head to the storeroom, perhaps.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so you go into the storeroom and shut the door. And meanwhile, Marshall, you're sitting there with Antheus and the others, and they offer to play poker. They've started playing poker and offer to deal you in on that.
Oh, feeling like a big shot, I jump in on that.
Okay, all right.
His father is a ghoul.
Okay, right, yeah. Father's a ghoul, right.
Okay. I begin to think the son is very unaware of this. He looks like he's unaware of a lot of things, but okay.
It's his dad's 65th birthday.
Yep.
I
mean, he didn't even know when his father's birthday was. So I would say they're not close.
Okay, so like he hasn't even noticed that his father hasn't changed in age.
Well, I don't think his father's been. Well, it's a guess, but I would say his father's not been that long.
Okay.
You know how the Sabbat are famous for instantaneous makings.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, and we don't know how long or how instantaneous, but apparently we're gonna find out at this party.
Okay.
And
Right. How are we supposed to look? Are we supposed to dress up or what?
you're supposed to dress up. It's his 65th birthday, and
Okay.
are they influential? I mean, rich, or just
Simon's nodding, so
Monies.
yes.
rich? Okay. So
Yep.
it means I'm gonna have to wear. Am I gonna have to wear a tux? Please tell me no.
Why don't we
Please.
just go? Why don't we go ask? Okay, we'll go ask.
I don't want to wear a tux, Bella. I don't want to. I hate tux. And this is the conversation as we walk in the room.
All right. So you have yourselves clear now, I hope. I thought I'd outlined these things, but clearly I have been remiss, says Antheus.
You're no poet, Antheus. All right.
Leave you together now. Do you think you can undertake this job?
Yes.
Good.
If Bella's confident, that means we're in real trouble.
Remember this,
Yes.
that this our new friend here, and he looks over at Marshall, means something to his father. So, if necessary, there is some leverage there. And
Really hope we get
Marshall,
here.
you probably just overheard that.
Yeah.
Yeah. At that point, the wolf pack, that is to say Antheus, Randy, and Jackie, walk out the back door of the office, where there is a parking lot just out the back, a very small parking lot wedged between two brick walls that back onto a private road. And they close the door and leave, leaving you alone with our other two fabulous player characters. Woot woot. I've put you all in the same room, and it only took 52 minutes.
So, Marshall, tell us a bit about yourself.
Well, you seem really interested in my father for some reason. Haven't really gotten on with him very well for the last couple of years. I kind of just had to get out and get away from my family.
Oh, I do need a description for Marshall, by the way. These guys don't know what he looks like.
That's true.
Think of something like a punk rock cross with someone like Jesse from Breaking Bad or bloody Eminem. You know, bit of a try-hard wannabe rapper, but kind of punky.
Right. Gotcha. How old is he? Is he in his early 20s, mid 20s?
Mid 20s, yeah.
All right.
Early to mid 20s.
Okay. Any distinguishing features? Dyed hair, nose rings?
Yeah, a couple of facial piercings, maybe some tattoos, but nothing on the face. Maybe some tattoos on the hands.
Yep. Okay, cool. I'll leave you back to you guys.
Bit of a dirty street punk kind of look, but it was obviously, you know, not too streetish.
Right.
So, I imagine you're going to your dad's party looking like that?
Well, no, I always have to tidy myself up a bit when I go see the family, especially on these dues. But I try not to do it very often.
What are you buying him for his birthday?
Oh God, there's nothing I could buy him that he would want.
Would he be happy with just having you around? Does he like you, or is there a bit of dysfunction there? What's happening?
He's probably worried about me turning up and making a bloody ass of myself like I usually do.
At this point, it might be worth noting that there are. This is the Chicago Queen Coteries kind of original office, isn't it?
Yes.
And so there might be, I don't know, murder boards and shit on the walls and sort of ongoing investigations, names, phone numbers, photograph.
roll a dice to see if we were clever enough to get rid of that stuff before it happened, because
Okay.
I pretty much figure we would be.
Well, I mean, it matters. Depends whether or not you care too, because you know you've got dominate, and Antheus also has dominate, so you might not care. But yeah, I can make a check for you if you like. Maybe it's an intelligence and what would this be? Intelligence and fucking common sense is not on this list.
No.
Intelligence and streetwise. Okay, so what's your intelligence and streetwise, Barry? I'll have to figure that out. Give me a second.
Extremely wonderful. It's marvelous.
Really wonderful.
Yep.
Chase. I don't think I've done your V5 stats, actually, as I said a minute ago. So, yeah, I'm going to have to make that up. All right, let's give you 4 dice. See how that goes.
You want a piece of berry?
Where's my thing? Oh, here we go. Might need that. Okay, and my glasses are in there as well. 4 dice for this. 1 success. I think that you might have put away all the most damning stuff, like anything that's like literally a breach of the Masquerade. But it might be obvious that this room is used it might appear like a private investigator's room, perhaps, something like that. There might still be photographs of people up on walls and things, and stuff, maps and things. But there's nothing here saying we're vampires and we're doing vampire stuff.
Okay, I'll tell you what, we yeah, we're with the FBI. Your
That's
dad-
right. I show the badge
Yeah.
to him, the FBI badge.
It's true anybody can fake that shit, but we don't fake shit. So
No, we
the
don't.
thing is, your dad's been up to mischief, and we're just trying to find out if he really has been up to that mischief, or perhaps, it's just a business contestant trying to knock him out of the box.
He often says things I don't understand.
There was some sort of domination thing going on earlier.
Yeah.
Am I still under the effect of that? So I'm thinking FBI stuff. I'm just going to go, no, you're not.
Right. Well, the domination stuff will only relate to whatever you've been specifically dominated to, and it will be very much based on the exact wording of what was said. So if someone's dominating you, they have to be really specific. Like sit down, shut up, get me an invitation, don't tell anybody about this thing, do not talk to your father, something like that would work. But you might still wonder why. Why am I suddenly doing exactly what this person is asking me to? If they have enough levels of dominate, they have a thing called forgetful mind, which allows them to actually rearrange your memories and implant false memories, which would get around that. But I don't think either Chase or Antheus has that power.
No, I don't have it yet.
So at this point, you have your own free will to be as skeptical as you want.
I don't buy that FBI bullshit. Look, you're obviously some sort of criminal gang. God knows what all this stuff on the wall is. I'm not really interested in that. But I do want to help you. For some strange reason, I just feel like it'd be good fun having you guys come along to my dad's party and fucking shit up.
You haven't been with your dad for a while then, so you wouldn't know if he was up to something nefarious.
Yeah, his shady business dealings go back decades. You don't get the wealth that he managed to acquire and from being straight up.
Has he ever got you into any of this nefarious business of his?
That's all my brother, William III. No. I wasn't smart enough to get into the business. That's pretty much why I'm the black sheep.
I I think you might be underestimating yourself. We wouldn't be talking to you, would we, if we thought you were stupid?
My smarts are different than my brother's.
I see what you mean. Yeah, I've got the same problem. My smarts are a lot different from my companions here.
Hey, calm down.
Anyway, you know, if you want to help, we're glad to have it. And we'll prove to you we're FBI when we know you better.
Oh, the door opens, the back door, not the front door that you came through, not from the hallway, but the door from the parking lot opens, and this guy comes in. And I have an update for you guys as to what Vincenzi looks like. I've decided that this is Vincenzi. This guy, his name is Holt McCallany.
You've given him like 4 different
No, this is it.
pictures.
This is the guy.
Okay.
This is absolutely the guy. He's a little bit older than this guy, but he pretty much looks like this guy. He plays a lot of cops and FBI agents and shit like that. Like, that's a good example. Yeah. He's in a TV show called Mindhunter, actually. Anyway, sorry about that. Little sidetrack. So this guy comes in. He's got a cigarette in one hand, and he looks up. Hey, Chase. How you doing?
Vincenzi.
Hey. Yeah. I just had word from Jules. She's cleared the money for the new chopper.
Okay. Cool.
So they're going to be bringing that in the next couple of days. Jimmy's pretty busy with that right now.
All right. All right.
Who's this guy?
Oh, he's a new friend of ours.
Oh, yeah?
This is Marshall. Marshall, this is Vincenzi.
Hey, Marshall, nice to meet you. He walks up to you.
Vincenzi, Marshall.
Nice to meet you, Marshall. So how'd you get mixed up with these this ragtag bunch of assholes, huh?
I'm not actually too sure, but I am. They're wanting me to do some work with them to do with my father, so anything to get back at my father.
Oh, Chase, is this the guy that you were... Oh, fuck, okay, I didn't mean to fuck anything up. I hope I didn't fuck anything up.
No, you didn't fuck anything up.
Okay, anyway, I got the car parked out the back, etc., you know, the usual shit.
Yep.
You need me to do anything right now?
No, I don't need you for anything.
Well, you know, fine. You don't need me for nothing. I'll be out of here. What do I do? Go on vacation or what?
The damn... by the way, the barbecue, how's that going?
The barbecue. Well, it's tomorrow.
Okay. All right.
So, are you ready for that?
Oh, yeah, I'm ready for that.
Is this guy coming to the barbecue?
Do you want to come to a barbecue?
Sure, why not?
Oh, look at Vincenzi like, question mark?
Vincenzi
Why
looks
is this?
at you. Vincenzi says to you, Bella, he's like, he just sort of leans over to you. He's like, who the fuck is this guy? Is this, he's the new Mark, is that right? Okay. So,
Whatever that means. Sure.
what do you need me to do anyway?
Oh, just be yourself.
No, don't be yourself. Please
Oh,
don't be.
okay.
Okay.
No, be yourself.
Vincenzi sits down in a chair and sort of pushes it back, puts his feet up on a desk and lights a cigarette.
Oh, come on. You know you shouldn't be smoking.
You said be yourself. Come on.
Okay.
Oh, what, are you telling me this is gonna kill me now or what?
Okay, should
Might kill
you...
someone.
Should
It's
you...
not gonna kill you, Bella. Come on.
I'm
Vincenzi,
just like looking at that flame.
have you got a card?
Me?
Yes, a card with your number on it.
Yeah, of course. Here. You want me to give it to this guy?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
Marshall, this is my card in case you need me. I work for Chase here. You know, I do a number of things. I'm an ex-cop. I drive a taxi. You need to get around anywhere. You need someone to pick you up. I can be your man.
Sure, thanks.
No problem. You got any problems with anyone?
Problems? What sort of problem?
I don't know. I mean, obviously these guys are
Genzi,
stuff.
no.
Oh, you said be your fucking self. Come on.
Okay, yeah, really, you need to stop being yourself if this is who you are. I'm sorry.
Sure, fine. I'll just sit here and shut the fuck up. Okay.
All right. All right. Now, okay. Now that was a good question, Vincenzi. You got any troubles? You got anybody hassling you?
Not at the moment, but I've just realised that owner of the succubus wanted to see me after my set, and for some reason I just disappeared. Oh shit! I've probably stuffed that gig up.
Oh no, I don't think you have. I think isn't he a friend of yours, Bells?
What?
Brennan Thornhill.
Isn't Brendan Thornhill someone you know?
Not particularly.
No.
No.
Lately?
No.
Okay. Well, okay. I'll deal with Brendan. I'll deal with Brendan for you. I'm sure he won't mind. But
Well, yeah, just if he wanted to see me after my set and I wasn't there, I'll never get another chance. And oh man, that was just awesome tonight. So yeah, shit, if you could say something good on my behalf, that I'd really appreciate it.
okay. Excuse me for a minute. You and Vincenzi can keep our friend company.
Okay.
Got a phone call to make.
All right. So you're gonna ring Brennan? Check, check.
Hello, Brennan.
Ah, this must be Chase. How are you?
I am good. I understand you had a young man that did a set for you tonight.
I said of what?
Music or something.
I don't recall. Perhaps you can fill me in.
His name was Marshall.
Marshall. Oddly enough, another Marshall. That's hilarious. Connected to the Succubus Club. You're not talking about Garwood Marshall.
No, not Garwood.
Then, oh, you're talking about the new DJ.
That's the one.
Of course.
Oh, they still call them DJs today, do they?
I suppose.
I'm sorry, I'm behind the times a bit.
I will be honest with you, Chase, Mr. Hamilton. I also am a behind the times. I run the business, but I am not as hands-on as I once would have been.
I'm
But
pretty
that is-
sure in any generation you're good at what you do.
Tell me you did not drink my new DJ.
Oh, no, I wouldn't do that to you.
Good, good. So, what is the problem then?
Was he good enough for you?
He was possible. He was, what do we get? 1 success on that check, I think. He's by far not the best, but perhaps with some practice he could be better. I would give him another chance if he is a friend of yours.
I would appreciate it if you would do that.
Very well. You can tell him to come back to me next Friday night.
All right. And if you need any helicopter work, just call.
Well, I might just do that. I may have something coming up.
It'll be free.
Well, that is exactly the right price. The price I had in my head, in fact. Perfect.
Good.
What is the range on your choppers, by the way, Hamilton?
And he tells them.
Okay. All right. So you guys have a conversation, and you get the gist of it is basically that he's intending to import a large quantity of cocaine from South America, and having a chopper to get it over the border would be very handy. Especially if that chopper pilot happened to be able to dominate the shit out of the FBI and the border guards.
And God knows I've done that before for the Sabbat. So.
And, yeah, and also because you have the ability to tell who among the border guards are ghouls and who are vampires and who are humans and so on. So those are all useful skills.
I'll do that for him.
All right, so that's the plan. In the meantime, he says, is there anything else I can do for you, Mr. Hamilton?
No, thank you.
Very well. Good night.
Good night. He comes back in. You have a set next Friday night.
Oh, no, thank you, Chase. Thank you. Oh, yeah, I really appreciate that.
Anytime. All right. I imagine you don't want to sit here all night.
Well, there was this girl at the club that I had my eye on, but Bill, what are you doing after this?
I might have some plants to water, actually. A whole bunch of plants. It's just, they can't get enough of this stuff.
Vincenzi's.
Help me, Vincenzi. Help me.
He was at the Succubus Club, Bells.
Okay.
Would you like to go to the Succubus Club?
You could take him to a party or something. What about them friends of yours that live out at that house down in what the fuck? You know, the one with the what's her name? The French chick. You know that bitch. What's her face?
Oh, right. Annabelle.
Yeah, that one. She's always having parties. Surely you can go and gate crash it. You could use it as a trial run.
That's true. I mean, you'd probably like that.
Yes, I think he would. Good on you. Great you volunteered. All right. Let's go to a party. Vincenti.
Okay. What did I just get myself into? Fuck, I'm stupid. Okay, so he opens the back door and you guys pile into Vincenzi's taxi, I assume.
Yeah, yep.
I'm just like looking at Chase, thinking like, oh, I wish you could read my mind right now.
Are you sort of telegraphing that to him, or?
No, it's just I'm just looking at him being like, what are we doing? We're inviting him to a party where there's a lot of vampires, where he's most certainly gonna get eaten. Num num num.
Well, you would be aware that you can't have that.
Okay, it would kind of defeat the purpose. You know, I am thinking that I know a better club. I know a better club. Yes, I do. Right. We will go to some other club that doesn't have vampires in it, because it's just struck to his brain that it's not a good idea, and I don't want him eating on his first night. It's not a good thing.
Given that this is our what am I trying to say? I was thinking, why don't we cut to the chase? Cut to the chase. Haha.
Thank you.
And,
yes.
And get like basically what is your out of game plan to make this shit happen? I mean, you can spend time getting to know our new player in character, of course, if that is your first priority, or we can plan what you're going to do with him on the night of the party, or you can go directly there and try and get yourselves a guest list and so forth and actually get some information. What do you want to do? What scene do you want to cut to? I'm asking everybody here.
How many options is that? We just roll a dice.
I know my dad's out of town this week. I think there's probably no one up at the lake house.
There you go. Great offer.
Okay. Let's go to the lake house.
So how far away is this fucking lake house anyhow? Is it we talking down south beyond we talking Illinois or past Gary? We're going north. And Chase, you probably know the answer to this too because you've been doing the research. And I'm gonna say it's north of Chicago because it's probably flasher in that direction. South tends to be Gary and shittier.
North of Chicago in the blah 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 area.
You explain it all and so on and so forth. Okay, all right. So cut to you're driving up the freeway and then you turn off onto the Lake House Drive off Lake Shore Drive, and you head to the estate by the lake. And there's the
Wow,
house.
this is
And
really pretty.
imagine there's a tree-lined avenue as you approach the house. Do you want to tell us about the house, Simon?
Well, first we come up to a quite a big gate, and I say, "Hang on a sec, I just got to open this," and jump out of the car and go over to a keypad and punch in some numbers, and the gate opens.
Right, so while he's doing that, Vincenzi turns to you two and he's like, don't you think it's a little strange that the guy doesn't have a fucking card or something? You know, somewhere open and they just gotta get out of the car? It seems like a bit of a weakness in the security system here, you know?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, come on, Bells. I mean, typically, you know, we pull up to the gate like this and the guy gets out of the car to go and open the gate. That's when you fucking hit him, right? That's when, bang, he's down and we get his car. We go straight in the gate. We got the house, everything. Maybe it's, this guy doesn't have a good relationship with his family, huh?
No.
Is that why he doesn't have a card?
I mean, he doesn't
I,
have
I
a
don't have
car.
one of those things because I don't have a car.
The boop boop.
Yeah, yeah, one of them. Okay, so anyway, you go in and you drive up to the house. Do you want to be the DM for a minute there, Simon? Tell us about this house.
The storyteller. So there are lights come on, but there's not obviously no one home. There's nothing going on inside. There's no cars
A
out
bit
the
like
front.
Belle's head.
Yeah, because I know that parents away on a trip before he comes back for his birthday.
Are there servants in the house?
No, it's kind of shut down for the season, but it will be opened up for the party.
Right.
Yeah, this is not the main residence. This is the go away place to have parties and things like that, and to show off your wealth.
Right, that makes sense. Okay, so you pull up to the house. You obviously have the keypad number to get into the house.
I do. I go up and doot, doot, doot on the thing beside the door, open the door, push it open, and turn on some lights.
Right. So we have a number of rooms, I suppose.
Did I see what he punched in?
Did you see what he punched in? Great
Yes.
question. Let's make a perception alertness check.
Okay, please hope I got it.
Wits and awareness in this
Yeah.
new version of Vampire. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Start with that. Oh, an 8, a 10, a 7, and another 8. Yeah, I think you got the exact pin code.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
This might get simpler yet.
All right. So you go into the house. Very quiet. It's in your hands, guys.
So I understand you want a guest list for this party. Well,
Yeah.
head on upstairs to my father's study and
Okay.
make a way upstairs to a second floor.
Okay.
Go along to a nice, ornate wooden door, double doors.
Yeah.
Push them open, and in there is a very well set out office, library, great big desk, and there is this rather large, ornate old safe there, which is quite obvious.
Has your father got cameras? I would for a place like this.
Oh, shit. Good point. Yeah, there will be. They'll be recording all of this. Shit.
Where's
Hello. Oh,
You guys
I
want
mean, you might as well.
Perception and security checks, please.
Ooh.
Do we have security? Is that still a thing, or is that gone the way of
Technology, maybe?
technology? Yeah. Okay. Perception and technology.
Seeing what other options we have.
So Marshall, you're pretty happy with your character sheet.
Perception. When you say perception, do you mean wits?
Yeah, wits and security. Yeah, wits.
Okay.
Sorry, wits and technology. Fuck. They changed everything. Technology and wits. I'm rolling for you, Barry. And
I'm
the
actually
number
gonna
is no successes for.
I'm gonna reroll again because I haven't accounted for hunger. So just give me a sec while I figure that out.
Yeah.
Okay, so one each.
One each.
2.
Oh, actually, I need to put this shit in there. Wits. That's more like it. Okay, so Chase, yeah, I re-rolled your stats with having actually put dots in the correct things.
Okay.
4 successes.
Okay.
And it looks like a critical success too. You got 2 10s in that.
Should be 6 in that case.
What?
So you will have noticed the cameras when you were talking about them.
Okay. Well, I know your dad's got cameras there, and there. Who does the security?
Now, there is a low chance, but a possible chance that it is done by Secure Corp. So, in which case, Marshall, can you...
Or Lion?
Or Lion, okay. So there's a percentage. Let's get you to roll a D100, Marshall. If you roll less than 10%, it's Secure Corp. If it's 10 to 20%, it's Lion Security. And if it's anything else, it's anything you like.
74.
Okay, so it's not any security company anybody's heard of before.
Ah, okay.
You can make up a name if you like, Simon.
I got one.
Oh,
Guardian Security.
Guardian Security. You good with that?
I don't know what security company this is. I don't really have much to do with that side of the family affair.
Okay.
I'm gonna go looking around.
Okay. So
Okay, so where's this list? I go up the stairs with him to do the list.
So you're in the office at this point, and so Bells is going to go for a wander out of the office. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So what do you think Bells would find in this house? Just empty rooms, lounges, kitchens,
Bedrooms.
storage rooms, toilets, bathrooms.
A greenhouse.
Is there a greenhouse?
Okay, that might be asking too much of a lake house.
A library, a smoking room. Is there a ballroom? Are we talking?
What do I find?
What do we find, Simon? in your dad's house?
All the options.
There would be quite a grand dining room, big enough to have host parties in. We're in the library office area, but there would be probably 10 bedrooms, lots of en-suites, large garage downstairs to hold 6 cars, that sort of shit.
Wow. Yeah. Okay.
I'm going to chuck on some heightened senses as well.
Are there swimming pools and spa pools as well?
Yes, there will be an indoor swimming pool.
Wow.
Yep.
Indoor swimming.
If I find that, I'm going to jump in.
So Bells goes swimming. All right.
Yeah.
So while Bells is swimming around in the pool, you guys are in the office still, right? And you're looking for a guest list. Is that right?
Yeah, so I sit down at the desk, and there's a computer screen there, and there's some drawers. Some of them are locked and stuff, but there's papers and letters and things that I'd sort of rifle through looking for.
Right. Well, let's start with an investigation check, please. This would be wits and investigation, please. If you don't have investigation, you're going to have to suck it up. What do we get? Wow, okay, so that's a
2
solid success, 2 successes, okay. Having looked through all of the stuff, you find all sorts of other shit. You discover that you discovered that a note to the lawyer saying that where your dad is literally paying for your brother's house to be renovated, and he's spending like $500,000 on this shit. He's just given it to him for nothing. He didn't even ask for it, you know. There's stuff like this. You're finding these little things, and he doesn't give you fucking anything, you know. And you're like, what the hell? So that's what you do find, but you don't find any guest lists. But there is a computer, and there is a safe, and there are some drawers, as you say.
Yeah, I think my dad keeps a key to some of these drawers around here somewhere. I'll just sort of fosk around looking for a key on the bookshelf behind me, and just going, yeah, I know this somewhere.
All right.
But getting into his computer, that thing will be password protected.
Okay.
But I know this somewhere. But getting into his computer, that thing will be password protected. All right. But getting into his computer, that thing will be password protected. All right. But getting into his computer, that thing will be password protected.
Right. Well, after fossicking around, I guess you probably do find a key to the drawers. And
Enough sense to get something to put on his computer.
say what?
You know, that can. You remember I went to that. One of my characters went to that car place and put something on the computer to make it so we could get the
I
information
think
out of
that
it.
was Peter.
Yeah, that was Peter.
Yeah. I'm saying, did I have enough sense to do the same thing?
Well, first of all, it wouldn't be instant, so you wouldn't get anything straight away. And if this computer is, if he's not living here right now, this computer is not being used, then it wouldn't even get booted up. So, because that was a keylogger.
Yeah,
On
that's
a
what I'm
USB
talking
drive.
about.
And so you have to plug it in and then leave it there, and then come back and retrieve it, basically,
Okay.
which is not very useful for your current situation.
Okay. All right.
Back to you. Standing around in the office, security camera is looking at you.
So I found a key and open the top drawer, top left-hand drawer of the desk.
Okay. Well, the first thing you discover is that there's a bunch of papers there and envelopes and a couple of photographs of your family, his mother, other people, and then under that there is a fucking gun, like a pistol, a Glock in a holster with some bullets in the top drawer.
And I'm not really surprised by this.
Why are you really surprised?
I'm not surprised.
You're not surprised.
No, I know from my dad's, he's into personal protection and things. He's a quite a well-known businessman. Yeah.
Okay.
So those cameras, do they? Oh, you wouldn't know. I wonder if they go straight to the company or they're actually recording from here.
These are good questions.
Ah.
Is there a panic room in the house? Is there a security room in the house, son?
I don't know if they've got a panic room, but there is somewhere a utility cupboard near the front door, which has probably got a security system in it.
Rigged into there, right? And also, bear in mind, Barry and Charlie, that your long-term goals here are not just simply to get a list of the guests, right? Remember your long-term goals.
Okay, well, no, I remember it, but I'm getting all the information I can while I can.
Yep, no, that's fair.
All right. Okay, so let's go and have a look at that terminal at the front there.
Okay. Well, when you go and have a look and check out the terminal at the front there, I think that this Guardian security company, the aforementioned Guardian Security, nope, the cameras are being recorded right here. There's a tape that's just on a loop.
Okay, remind me to wipe that and put it back in so it can start another loop. Okay. All right. So basically we get all the information we can and
Okay. Well, you go through the drawers and
yep.
you find, I mean, in the drawers you're going to find pretty basic stuff. He doesn't keep any really highly secure documents in these drawers.
Okay, they'll be in the safe there.
Either going to be in the safe or in the computer. Those are the two places that you keep sensitive information.
Yep. Sad we can't take the computer. But like you say, it's been shut, so.
Was Vincenzi here with you?
Yep.
Well, he says, what do you mean, Chase? What do you mean we can't take the computer?
Well, we can't take the box because they know it was gone.
We could bring it back. Your friend here's got the fucking passcode. We could take it out and bring it back before the party. From what I can gather here, the party's not happening until the 8th, right? And this place is empty.
Yep.
So, I mean, they're probably going to do a couple of days, like maybe the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. You know, those dates are probably going to be people here getting ready, da-da-da-da-da. I don't know what the dates are, but you can ask your friend. And, you could probably take the computer out, do a whole fucking scan on that motherfucker, and then bring it back again.
Well, let's do that, Vincenzi. Take it now.
Why did I introduce these ideas? For God's sake, I just make work for myself.
And the other thing is, Vincenzi,
Yeah.
do you know anybody who could crack a safe?
Do I know anybody that can crack a safe? Well, start with your friend. See if he's got any inroads into that. And he starts unplugging the computer. He picks up the box and starts carrying it down the hallway. Ask Marshall. He's the guy.
Marshall, do you know the combination to the safe?
That's the sort of stuff my dad would never let me know.
I want you to look back in your mind and see if you can remember looking at it a few times. I wish I knew how high I was. I can't remember. Anyway, no, I can't do that either.
You'll dominate.
Yeah. Because he may have seen it in his mind in the past, but not known it.
I'll open up our other vampire game, the old V2 version, and see whether I can check your stats on that.
Probably don't have that ability.
Yeah, I don't think you can go to that extent, no. Anyway, okay, so are you going to try and break into the safe, or are you going to leave it?
Would not know how to break into a safe.
Okay.
But Vincenzi might know somebody who can.
Well,
Who owes him a favor.
Vincenzi comes back after dropping the computer off into the car. I don't know anybody that knows how to crack a safe. I mean, maybe I used to years ago. I put a few guys in jail a long time ago for shit like that. But they were never all that sophisticated. It was lowbrow shit. They were breaking into jewelry stores and shit like that. But nothing like that fucking thing up there. What can I suggest? What about you ask Marshall? Marshall, hey, Marshall.
Yeah, what do you want?
You say that your dad, he don't trust you with none of this safe bullshit, right? He's not going to trust you with that shit. I don't know why. I don't really fucking care. But is there anybody else in your family or anybody that you know who might know?
My brother probably does. He's, an up-and-coming replacement for my father.
Well, there you go, Chase. I think I just cracked your fucking code.
I'm trying to think. Do I want to? So, where does your brother hang?
Oh, he's got a penthouse apartment in the city on one of those fancy pants new buildings.
So
But come to think of it, my dad's secretary, she would know. She knows all this sort of stuff. Otherwise, he's bloody hopeless without her.
You got an address for these people? You got places where we can find them?
I better get to my brother's place, but yeah, I don't know where Adele, I think that's what her name is, lives.
We can chase down the secretary. She's probably got the guest list too.
Yep, she probably is. All right. What's her full name? Do you know her full name?
He doesn't even know her first name.
I think it's Adele. She's been with him for years, but last name, no.
Well, why don't you give your dad a call and ask him? I mean, you're gonna have to do it in such a way as not to make it obvious, but just even a bit of reminiscing. Hey, Dad, you remember that time when your secretary, what was her name again? When I tripped over the thing and haha, it was so funny. Some shit like that.
Just look at the corporate website. Surely it will have it on there.
Well, there you go. There's your answer. Okay. So, where the hell is Belladonna anyway?
Swimming in the pool. Belladonna is swimming in the pool.
You don't know.
I don't know that.
You couldn't possibly know.
She's somewhere within this house.
Don't know that either.
Okay? I don't know where the fuck she is in.
No, you don't. That's why I asked. Okay. So, Belladonna, are you still swimming?
Oh, yeah. When you find a good pool.
Yep. You stay swimming. Fair enough.
You gotta hop in it.
Fair enough.
Yep, I'm sure they would come and find me if they needed me.
Fair enough. Well, as you're swimming in the pool, Belladonna, can you make a perception alertness check, please?
What's...
Yeah.
Okay.
It's an awareness. Fucking V5.
Hold on.
You know what I mean?
3.
3. Okay. You see a flashlight, like the beam of a flashlight cutting across the grass outside through these big plate glass windows along the side of the first floor, the ground floor rather. And you can see somebody with a hat and a jacket with this flashlight, this figure, this silhouette, crossing the garden towards the house.
Could I peek out of the pool and use my red eyes?
Yep. Okay. So whoomp, you can now see in
But
the
like,
right.
if I see the person looking towards me, I'll just duck down.
Right. You can
into
see
the
the
water.
reflection of your red eyes in the glass, and you look out and you can see there's this black dude walking across the grass with a flashlight, hat on. Looks like just a guy.
Just a guy or a security guy?
Not a security guy. It doesn't seem to be. He's not carrying a gun or anything that you can see. Unless he's carrying it, down the back of his pants or something, which is Chicago. That does happen.
I'll hop out of the pool, put my shoes back on.
All right.
And I will track him.
Okay. He walks up to the side of the building, and you hear. Actually, do you have heightened senses?
I do, and I was using them.
You were using them. Good.
Yeah.
Okay, so you hear the sound of him opening a door to the room adjacent to the pool room, the swimming pool room, and coming in through the back door to the house. It might be a service entrance or a serviceman's entrance.
Okay. I think just in case, I'll bring out my claws. Just in case. So I will make a rouse check.
So you're gonna draw your wolf claws.
Success, sorry. So yeah, I will hide them though, and I will walk around looking for him.
So you're
no
out,
red eyes.
Out of the pool now.
Yeah.
What are you wearing at this point?
My moist clothes probably. Well, you know what? I would have swum without my clothes, and then I'll just chuck them back on, and put on my
now they're
boots.
a bit damp because you didn't have a towel, but still, okay.
Doesn't bother me.
Doesn't bother you.
No.
All right, so you put your clothes back on, and as you're doing that, you hear doors opening, and someone calling out, "Hello, hello, is anybody here? Hello."
Hi.
The flashlight beams down at you down the corridor. Who's that?
Who are you?
You don't look like out of game. 1 second. You don't look like you're not Marianne, are you? That's not you, Mrs. Rodgers, is it?
No, I'm a friend of Marshall Rodgers.
Oh, you're a friend of. Oh, okay. You're a friend of Marshall Rodgers. Okay.
And who are you?
You don't know who I am. That's interesting. Okay. Well, I'm Todd. I'm the gardener here.
Why are you here so late?
Well, I saw lights come on in the building, and I thought I'd better come and check it out, see whether or not I needed to call the security.
Oh, okay.
Is
Well,
Marshall here? Is he?
yeah, he is. Follow me.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm a little bit damp. I just went for a swim.
You didn't turn the lights on down here. That's interesting, huh?
It's kind of romantic to swim without the lights on.
Yeah.
Anyway, come on.
Okay. So,
Let's
look,
go.
you don't have a towel or nothing. You're dripping water on the carpet. Mrs. Marshall will get real upset about that.
It's just water. It's
Yeah,
fine.
I guess so. Okay. So Marshall and Chase and Vincenzi, you're upstairs together in the room, still trying to safe crack or some shit. When
Safe
Belladonna,
cracking. We're not safe cracking.
not safe cracking as the case may be,
No.
Belladonna walks in soaking, well, not soaking wet, but dripping, with this dude wearing basically civilian clothes. It's nighttime, so he's not wearing his gardening outfit. Simon, you probably recognize him from the old days, from when he was, when you were a kid or something. I don't know. This guy's in his 50s, and he looks over at you, Marshall. Hey, Marshall, good to see you again.
Oh, hey, Todd, it's been years.
Yeah,
You're still working here.
yeah. I'm still working here. Your papa gave me a shed to inhabit sometimes. Sometimes during the weekends we come up here and sit down by the lake. It's good. It's good. What are you doing here? I thought everything was closed up here.
Yeah, just had to come up and get a few things with the friends here.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. Well, I saw the light on and I just thought I'd come and check it out and make sure everything was okay. And it seems to be the case, so I guess I can leave you guys alone, yeah?
Yeah, we're all good here, mate. Yeah, thanks for checking in. It's always good to know that someone's looking out for the place.
Yeah, yeah. I just keep the gardens trimmed in the daytime, and you don't want to get that out of control. Even when the rest of the house is sleeping, the grass is growing.
Exactly. I completely understand.
Okay, well,
There's a
I guess
fellow guy. Oh, okay.
I guess I'll see y'all
Fine.
another time then. You coming to the party?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, certainly will be.
Oh, I look forward to seeing you there then.
Us too, right? Right, Chase?
Oh yes. I'm looking forward to it.
Well, it's real nice to meet you all. Good to meet some of Marshall's friends.
Good to meet you too.
I'll say hello to your dad for me.
Yeah, sure, we'll do. Thanks.
All right, and Todd leaves. Closes the door behind him. Now you're all in the office, the door's shut.
Was it the wrong thing to do? He just came in.
Yeah, shit, this is going to get back to Dad, I'm sure. He's under his
Probably.
payroll. Yep. Don't know what we're going to do now, but we probably shouldn't hang around here too long because you might go and ring the police.
Well, maybe.
Don't quite know.
Maybe you should call your dad and just say, "Hey, I'm staying at the lake house."
Yeah, I suppose I could just ring him and say, hey, Dad, just let you know I've been up at the lake house and Todd popped over. Yeah, nothing to worry about. Yeah, okay. I'll do that.
Did you find anything? What was happening up here? I'm sorry, I couldn't help myself. I found a pool, so I had to swim in it.
I don't know. We took the computer away. That's in the car. We're gonna bring it back. That's the plan. And nobody has any ideas how to get into the safe except maybe Marshall's brother.
What kind of safe is it?
Have a look.
Is it a keypad?
It's a what is it on the outside? It's
Is
an
it a
old
keypad or one of those?
old-fashioned safe on the outside, isn't it? It's like a big old fucking safe, like the proper old school safe with a
Yeah, it's a proper big one with a one dial with lots of rings in it.
yeah.
I'll go over it, and I still have heightened senses on, so I'm just gonna I'm gonna try.
Try safe cracking that safe. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's play. So you are going to make a awareness and security check to open the
That
first.
No,
To find the first.
that's not a check.
No.
No. Well, awareness is a skill.
Okay.
There is no security.
There is no security. Okay. So awareness.
Perhaps larceny?
Yeah. What about wits and larceny?
Okay. I got 1.
You got one. Okay. You hear the first tumbler click.
Okay. And then I'll try again.
Okay.
Ridiculous. 3?
3 successes.
Yeah.
Okay, so the second tumbler clicks.
Okay, and another 3 with a 10.
Another 3, but with a fuck. Okay, a third tumbler clicks. And I'm just going to do a very quick Google search on fucking cracking saves.
Sure, there's some like heightened senses. Just just coming in here, solving a problem. Too easy.
if it's an old one, yeah, if it's an old safe, it'll be click, click, but the new ones aren't. We hope it's an old one.
Well, this one is an old one. And apparently it's not that fucking hard to crack them.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Maybe his father wasn't aware that they're not that hard to crack.
Okay. Well, you've certainly opened it some way. I think you're going to need to make. I think the difficulty should be higher, though. I think that's possibly the problem. We don't have difficulty. You need more successes. Okay, so at this point, the next tumbler is going to take 4 successes to crack, and there's 6 tumblers.
Okay, well, I got 2 for that.
Okay, so at that point, you hit a roadblock, and you're finding that you can't get that third tumbler or the 4th tumbler rather, to go.
Can I try again? Like,
not really. That's the point of.
I got the right numbers up to that point.
Yes.
So if I just redo it,
but
redo those numbers, and then
it will take another hour to do that.
Why would it take an hour?
The thing is, like, what's the point of doing a check if you can just keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it until you get it right? That's not how.
Because it's a safe.
Well,
and you can do that.
All right, but you can have another go, but it will take an hour.
Okay. That's such a long time. Bells will get bored.
Bells will get bored.
I got it up to a point, but I can't hear anymore, so.
I haven't got heightened senses, have I?
You
yes,
should.
you do, because you are a Malkavian.
You're a Milky Way.
Try it.
Okay, so you're going to try the.
What were your first numbers?
Blah.
So she explains to you how far she got, and you can see that it's basically halfway there. Simon, what is Marshall doing while these guys are cracking the safe?
I'm going to be making leaving a message on my father's cell phone or something.
Okay.
Give him a call just to tell him that we're here.
You call his cell phone directly, right? And you're calling from the landline in the house, or what?
I'm sitting at his desk, picking up the phone and dialing his cell phone number, or looking it up on my phone because I don't know it off the top of my head. I assume I have a phone.
Yeah, there's a phone on the desk, and his cell phone number is on his card, which is on the desk too. So you can call the cell phone number, and oddly enough, he answers the phone. But he doesn't know who it is because, of course, you're calling from the landline in the lake house, which is supposed to be shut down, which is probably why he answers the phone. So he picks up and he says, "Hello, hello, who's there?"
Hey, Dad, it's Marshall.
Marshall, are you in the lake house?
Yeah, that's what I was just calling you about.
What the hell's going on?
Nothing to worry about. I just came up here with a couple of friends just to, show them the place.
Oh my God. Okay. And what happened?
Nothing.
So
It's just that Todd came over. Todd saw the lights on and he came over. I just wanted to let you know that everything's okay in case he rang you and you freaked out.
can you make a charisma and something persuasion? I think. Check, please.
Nice.
What did we get there?
You got 4.
4 successes. Well, I want you out of that house. That house is not for you to have fucking parties in.
But we're not having a party. Not having a party. There's only two of us here. I brought a girl up. Wanted to,
You're showing off to your friends, aren't you?
Yeah.
Oh my God. What are you doing in my office, Todd? Sorry, not Todd. Marshall.
My phone wasn't working, so I just came out and you had a phone on your desk.
There's a phone in the kitchen, Marshall. There's a phone in every other room in that house. What are you doing in my office?
Nothing. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. I was just showing off how fancy you were, and
Okay. It's late. What are you even doing up at this time of night?
Oh, I had a gig. Had a DJ set at the club. It was great.
All right. Well, you know that my birthday is coming up shortly, and you are obviously invited to that. So maybe I'll see you there. I don't even see you for my birthdays usually, but you break into my house when I'm not there.
I'll make special effort to come to your birthday. I know it's the big one, and yeah, if you don't mind, I might like to bring this girl along. She's pretty special.
Oh yeah.
Hello. Hello, Mr. Rodgers.
Oh, is that her there? I can hear.
Hi.
Yeah, that's Bella.
She has a bit of an accent.
Wow. It's just my voice.
Is she on speakerphone or what? I didn't think so.
I'm going on the phone out.
She's got heightened senses on, right? That's the thing, right? So she can hear everything.
Yeah.
Okay. She sounds like one of those ethnic girls. It's not. You. What are you doing, Marshall?
Oh, look, nothing to worry about. That. She's great. She's great. You'll love her.
You know what your mother's gonna say, but okay. I suppose we'll see her. It's gonna be on the 8th. You better be on time, all right? I'm gonna.
Yeah, no worries, Dad. No worries.
The gates.
And I'll make sure I shut everything up here before I leave.
The gates will be locked at 8:30 on the night, so don't be late.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Dad.
Good night, Marshall. Stay clean.
Click.
Wow. Your dad is really racist.
It's schooling and things, Ivy League. He comes from a different generation, but I know he's a bit of a dick.
Right. Okay. Looking forward to meeting him.
Right. Okay, so Chase, you're cracking the safe meanwhile. Is that correct? Barry's vanished.
Trying.
Okay. All right, so let's see how that goes.
Oh! Is any one of my personalities a safe cracker by the chance?
No.
Oh, well, let's try.
I'll tell you who might have the best chance at opening the safe, though, is probably Jimmy.
But we didn't bring Jimmy.
Yes, probably Jimmy.
I mean, if you're going to go out of your way, you've got two real options. One is Simon's character's brother, and the other one is Jimmy. Jimmy would need to come here, which he could do reasonably quickly, I suppose. He could get here within probably An hour and a half.
Vincenti,
Yeah.
get Jimmy here, will you?
Yeah. Right. Okay.
You've really
hang
been.
on.
Oh,
It may be better to get him on the phone.
Okay. I'll get Jimmy on the phone for you. Hang on a minute.
Yeah.
you've really been bossing around Vincenzi tonight.
Well, don't worry, Bal. I'm used to it. Passes the phone over to you. That's Jimmy's on the phone. Here you go.
Jimmy,
Chase, how are you doing, Chase? Everything good?
I've got an old safe here.
Oh yeah.
I'll show it to you. Have the phones got cameras now? Cell phones.
We're still
No.
in 2000. So no.
2000, didn't they have them?
No, 2006 or something. They still had the really shitty phones with like the little
And
tiny pictures.
when they did start coming out with phones, camera phones, they were shit cameras. Like
Yeah, really shit.
Okay, we'll
at this
get
point,
to
no
the.
camera.
All right, and I tell him the name
Tell
of the
him
thing.
name, you tell
Yeah.
him the details, blah blah
Yeah,
blah.
yeah.
Okay, I'm just writing this down, Chase. Okay, I got it. It's a apex lock. Da da da. Okay, yeah, it's 15 millimeter. Blah blah blah. Yada yada. It takes down technical details.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm not familiar with this particular thing here, but you know, I can probably figure some shit out. There's a couple of other options too, Chase. If you want to get into this thing real fast, we could blow it open.
No. I want it to look like it was never touched.
Oh, okay, that's a bit different than my second suggestion was going to be drills. We could drill it open,
Yeah.
but that's going to be a little bit obvious too. So you want to get in there and out again, and you want to do it quickly.
Yeah.
And this is pretty urgent, huh?
Yep. Pretty urgent.
I got a guy.
All right.
I'll see if I can get my guy to come along. Okay. How long have you got?
I'm at. How long?
Jesus, Chase, that's fucking miles away. That's like an hour and a half out of Dodge. Come on. I mean,
If I use my heightened senses, would that help anything?
absolutely help you trying to crack it directly. Okay, look, Chase, let me try and explain to you what you got to do. Okay, so look, put your head up against the safe. You got a stethoscope or anything like that available?
No.
Okay, what about a cup?
I got a cup. Got a cup.
All right, so get a cup and stick it up against the front of the safe, okay? Now,
Okay.
you're going to listen and you're going to listen for the little clicks and shit, and he starts trying to explain to you how to do it. So having
Okay.
had his explanation, you'll have a little bit of advantage on your safe cracking check.
Okay.
So this is going to be technology plus Witsos. So that's a few dice. Three successes with the 10. Okay, the fourth tumbler clicks. Okay, good work. Okay, let's see if we can get the fifth one now. What do we need? Okay, the last two tumblers you can't get through, or at least he can't help you with them. You're literally having to listen for the clicks, and the clicks are too deep inside the cylinder to be able to actually hear them.
Fair enough. Just can't get them, eh? Okay. All right.
Well, that's option one out of the way, says Vincenzi. What are you going to do now? Is it going to be your brother, or you want to blow this shit open? You know, I got a rocket launcher in the back of the car. Don't worry, I'm just kidding.
No, I don't want to. What part of I don't want anybody to know that it's being done?
And Marshall, Vincenzi keeps watching you, by the way. He never really takes his eyes off you. He's got his,
All right. What we're going to do is we're going to get out of this shit at the moment, get the computer done, and get it back.
Okay.
As fast as we can. Even if I have to fly a bloody helicopter back here. But everybody would know that and see that, so we can't do that either. Okay. All right. Let's let's
Get out of here. Get
get
out.
out of here. And we do the wiping of the tape and let it do another, turn around of us coming in and swimming and stuff like that.
Right.
Not me, just them two.
Right. Vincenzi takes care of it.
Yep.
All right. And then you get in the car. I take in unless anyone objects at this point.
Yep. We get in the car. Anybody object?
No, I'm following you.
All right. And you back your way out through the security system and get in the car and fuck off back to Chicago. So you're in the car for like an hour together. Do you say anything in the car that's of any importance?
So,
Don't forget, Marshall,
what
you've got a bunch of coke in your bag and in your pocket too. Oh,
can't hear you.
I'm still trying to chat up Bella, because, I'm a young streetwise punk and she's a woman. So, yeah, it's nothing against you. It's just that, that's just what he does.
Right.
And, yeah, he pulls out this bag of coke, offers it around.
Hey, and Chase is thinking...
No, thank you.
Chase is thinking, if anything, watching this is the best part of the evening.
What?
watching Marshall flirting or trying to flirt with Bella.
Yeah.
And failing.
Yep.
So, Marshall, just so I'd let you know that I have a boyfriend. So.
Well, that's okay. It's just that, I did say my dad was going to be coming to the birthday party with you. We might have to, pretend.
Oh, yeah. I
get a bit of practice in.
Okay, great.
Yeah, he's right, Bella. Yeah, you should get a bit of practice in. You might have to pretend, and yeah.
You'd make a very convincing woman.
Aren't you an up and coming talent?
No.
No.
What? No.
Yeah, you should take up acting. I've always thought you'd be good at it. This is your time to practice.
What are you talking about? I'll never go into acting. I have my own purpose.
But I think you should start acting now. It's good for the cause.
Look, you can boss around Vincenzi, but you can't boss around me.
I'm not bossing around. I'm just suggesting that you're multi-talented, as well as very beautiful.
Chase. I don't know what you're driving at, Chase.
Just let me out here.
You want to drive another half an hour? You're gonna walk back to Chicago from here?
No.
You got a ways to go.
No.
So, you grow up around here then, Marshall? He looks in the rearview mirror, adjusts the rearview mirror so he can see.
Not grew up out this way so much, but did spend all the summers and holidays out at the lake.
Oh yeah, I see you got a bit of an accent there. You spent a lot of time overseas, huh?
No, not at all.
Okay, maybe that's okay. That's the whole family thing. Gotcha. I get it.
I don't try and like to talk like my family. They're all a bit hoity-toity for my taste.
Oh yeah, I can see that. Yeah, after looking at that house, I can understand why. So you kind of just walked away from that whole thing, huh?
Pretty much.
Expectations on your shoulders a bit too heavy?
Yeah, and my brother, he's the golden boy, so fuck them all.
Well, you want to get revenge on your brother. You know what you could do? You could help him get us access to that fucking safe.
Yeah. Maybe roughing him up a little bit would be all right. Just don't hurt him too much.
He's your brother, right? We're not going to do anything like that. And hey, dude, I mean, fuck. I'm a cop. I was a cop. Up to you, Chase. Bella?
No, we don't need to hurt people.
Well, look, the thing is, the guy's got the code in his head, right? How is it going to be easier to get the code out of the guy's head? Or is it going to be easier to get Chase up here sorry, get what's his fucking name, Jimmy up here with safe cracking Jimmy trying to break into the safe. We're gonna make a lot of driving, and a lot of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if we can just get this code out of the guy's head, surely that's easier than trying to crack a safe.
How's your relationship between, how's the relationship between your brother, and is your brother married?
No, he's a bit of a bachelor.
He's a
Yeah.
bachelor. And
Wait.
he lives in this apartment. Does he have any security?
Oh, there would certainly be security in this fancy pants building.
Are you close to him?
You can invite him out for coffee or something. Denny's is open.
Yeah. Yeah, we're not all that close, you know. He's the golden boy and I'm not, and he's a bit of a dick.
So, who bails you out when you get in trouble? Your brother or your father? Or your lawyer?
Or your mother.
Or your mother?
Well, sometimes it's the lawyer. Dad tries to keep his hands clean, so yeah, usually the lawyer.
Usually the lawyer. Okay. All right.
He doesn't have access to the safe though, huh?
Not the one at the lake house,
Right, of course.
but the one in the office, probably.
Well, Chase, what you told me about our friends from that band Black Sabbath. You know the one I'm talking about, the band Black Sabbath?
Yes.
Yeah, those friends. So if you want information about them, they're probably, if he's got connections with that particular band,
It'll be at their office.
album is gonna be in the safe, right?
Yes.
You guys don't. What's this about Black Sabbath? They're fucking awesome, man.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. And their albums are rare now. Very rare.
Yeah. Rare as fuck.
Yeah, rare as fuck.
Oh, look, we're here now.
Okay.
Okay, so you pull up to where do you send them? By the way, where are we going? Are we going back to the cave office, or are we going to Chase's complex?
We'll go to the cave office.
Okay. All right. So you get back to the cave office. Very well. And you go in, and Antheus is sitting on the desk as you come in. Well. I've been waiting for you.
Hey, Antheus.
Belladonna.
They have the most amazing pool.
Okay, right. Vincenzi,
Yeah.
go and get that computer thing done and get out of it what you can.
All right, I'm on the motherfucker.
If the brother happens to use the computer too, and he's got a extramarital affair going, let me know.
Why would the brother use the computer? This is the dad's computer from the dad's office. I don't
Right, you'd be surprised what happens in families.
Okay. Okay, and he leaves with the computer.
More than one person in this house uses my computer at one time.
That's true, but this is a business computer in an office. And this is a rich family. They all have computers. But yes, it could happen. Bearing in mind that this is the lake house where they go for holidays, and the brother has his own apartment, and they're rich. So it's very unlikely, but it's possible. It's not completely impossible. Anyway, Antheus is here. You guys are here. Vincenzi has left.
I'll just sit at the table.
Vincenzi comes back to the door. Actually, he opens the door. He goes, one last thing. I'll sort out the whole thing with Jimmy and the safe if you like. I'll give you a call. I'll give you a report if I have any trouble with that. Hey, Marshall, can you just write down those alarm system numbers and shit here, please?
I don't know if I should just give that information out to anyone.
Well, it's either that or you're going to be driving around with me all fucking night. Do you want to do that instead?
Oh, shit, this is going to come back on me, I know it. But anyway, yeah, here you go.
Don't worry, I'll look after the place, okay? I tell you what. I tell you what, Marshall, okay? I will leave it better than I found it, okay? You know, that whole thing. Take nothing but photographs, leave nothing but footprints. You know, that whole thing. That's basically, that's me. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be fine. Don't worry about it. And I'll clear the tapes. No one's gonna know. And your friend Todd, the gardener. Yeah. I'll have to think about that. But I'll figure something out. It's not gonna be a problem. You're gonna be okay, Marshall. Cheer up. You look like somebody fried an egg on your face. Come on. Cheer up. Give us a smile. And Vincenzi leaves, gets in the car, drives off. Antheus is looking at you, Bella.
I'm looking at him.
So this is your new boyfriend, I hear.
I honestly already have far too many.
Yeah, that's true. And you best be careful. He looks over at you, Marshall. Some of her boyfriends have a habit of dying.
Oh, that's probably because she's so good in bed.
Wow.
I think it is.
I'm gonna need you to leave before I have something to say.
Okay, so long story short, you end up cracking the safe before the end of the evening. And what was the other thing? The guest list. And Vincenzi is not going to get the guest list till probably the next day because he needs to actually get the hard drive out of the machine and then have it copied forensically, and then reinstall the hard drive and put the computer back and so on and so forth. So there's a lot of fucking around required for that.
Okay.
So you won't know till the next day what the deal is with that. So we could feasibly skip to the next night.
All right.
To speed things up.
Okay.
Eventually, Vincenzi drives you home, Marshall, or somebody does, unless one of you guys wants to. Belladonna might want to take you home.
I think I'll be okay. I've got some plants to
Clouds. Got some
to water.
paint to watch dry.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, so how do you get home? What do you do? Give me a rundown on each of your characters. Harry.
Oh, I reckon Vincenzi would drop me off at my shitty little apartment that I have somewhere, you know, and keeps an eye on me.
Yep, fair enough. Vincenzi actually, he says, you know what? I'm gonna stay with you today, cause yeah, I'm gonna stay with you. Just hang out. We can drink and play some cards and do some stuff together. How does that sound?
Yeah, haven't got much else on, but I do want to get back to the club tomorrow night.
Yeah. Well, I can take you back there too. Don't worry. I just want to make sure that you're secure is what I'm most concerned about. You know, you're our star guy right now, and I don't want you to go missing. I don't want you to, you know, somebody else to come along, and I don't want you to see you in any danger at all. Out of game, do you have any feeling that your character is in danger?
I'm kind of feeling that I'm getting caught up in something, but there's so many moving parts. I don't really know what's going on, but I'm all excited, and yeah, I'm feeling like Mr. Big Boy.
Right. Okay, cool. All right, Chase, you go home at the end of the night and sleep, I assume. Okay, and Belladonna, you're going back to the High Priestess.
I am. Yes.
Okay, well,
Spend a bit of time with Zora.
when you come in,
Actually deal with those plants.
right. So you and Zora go about watering the plants, and she's gotten some brand new nutrient mixtures in from South America.
Oh, lovely.
Super duper eco-friendly, not made by Monsanto. You know, those evil fuckers. May they die in hell.
Okay, bad. They're bad, right?
Yeah. So yeah, and so eventually you go to sleep before the sun comes up, and thus the day passes. Simon, What do you do? Anything particular during the day? You got anything you want to get done during the day?
Sleep in, eat shitty food.
When you wake up, Simon, Vincenzi has cooked you eggs, made coffee. He's brought in some bagels, cream cheese. He spent a bit of money filling up your fridge with some stuff, and you wake up to the smell of frying bacon.
Oh shit! You didn't have to do this. Out. No one's done this for me for years.
No, it's fine. It's what I do. I like looking after people. I like to take care of them. You know? And right now you're in my charge, and I want to see that you're happy, you're safe, all of that kind of stuff. Yeah, it's good.
Oh, thank you. Well, going to enjoy that.
So, basically, what Vincenzi's going to do is he's going to try and befriend you. He's going to try and grill you on everything and anything he can find out about you. He wants to know who you are, know who your friends are, know where you hang out. He's going to turn everything in your house over to find out anything he can. Does anything get shaken out of the tree? Any skeletons in that closet? Oh, Ken. Yep.
Not many friends. Yeah, I don't know about skeletons yet. Oh yeah, I've DUI, which I've done things like that. What could be a bit.
He's already got your criminal record, so anything else that might come up that's not on it. Oh, lost you there.
I'll think on that. Yeah.
No worries. Okay, well, the day goes past and the sun sets, and as it's getting towards sunset, Vincenzi starts getting a bit antsy. You notice, and he's like, okay, he keeps checking the time and looking out the window at the sun. Until it actually sets, and he's okay. He turns around to you and he goes, okay, it's time. We got places to be.
Sure. Okay.
Come on,
let's go.
All right, so you lock up the house and you get in his car, and he drives you out to Chase's warehouse, I think, this time. Is that all right with you, Chase?
Yeah, he can come out there. Nobody's going to eat him.
Okay. All right, so you get to this warehouse on the edge of Chicago, out in the industrial belt, and there's rusty fences and huge walls covered in graffiti, old signs, old billboards that haven't been repainted since the 40s. So these what they call these ghost signs, still sitting up there with advertising people in nice suits from the 40s and 50s selling toothbrushes and hairspray and Brill cream and shit like that. And you go further out into the Rust Belt, and eventually you come to this kind of what looks like an abandoned warehouse at first. Until you get a bit closer, you see that there is security monitoring it. There's guards wandering around. There's even dogs. And lo and behold, on the roof, you realize that thing sticking out of the roof is in fact the blades of a helicopter. And Vincenzi opens up the gates by remote control. And you go in and park the car. He parks the car inside what turns out to be a fucking huge warehouse where there's a couple of other helicopter bodies being repaired and worked on. There's sparks flying and people with welding machines and stuff doing welding, and everything's quite busy until Chase, are you up by now?
I'm up.
Okay, so you can enter whenever you like. Bells, what do you do when you get up?
Is this the day of the event?
No, this is the night after the last night. So
right, okay. So, well, I'm just going to do what I normally do, which is
wake up,
do things in the store and wait until someone contacts me.
Okay. Well, you get a knock at the door.
I'll answer the door.
Randy's at the door.
I'll allow him in.
Hey, Belle.
Come in. Hey, Randy.
How's things going?
Oh, it's going well. The store is actually turning a profit again.
Heard you got a new boyfriend.
I do.
Oh yeah.
It's not that guy. Okay.
It's not that guy. The
It's
guy
not
from
Marshall,
last
no.
night. Well, I hope not, because he's like a fucking loser, right? I mean, we just picked him up, and his dad's a big deal, but he's just some fucking punk.
I don't think he's a loser.
No, he's a loser. Believe me, I know. I can smell a fucking loser when I see one, you know. And he literally says smell and see, and isn't smart enough to realize that he's talking about two different senses at the same time.
Yeah. So Randy. Is there anything I can help you with?
Well,
Why
I
are
just
you
thought
here?
I'd come and see you and, you know, make sure everything was okay. You know, you're looking after yourself and everything.
Why?
No reason. Just curious. Nothing else on. Morgan's decided to go for a trip to LA, so I'm, you know, just looking around, bored. Jackie says hi.
Tell him I say hi back. I miss Jackie.
How's the race thing going?
Still in the planning stages. We're just getting the little fine details ironed out.
You got the route sorted?
Oh, not entirely. There's a few areas we need to get permission.
So you're still planning to use Route 66 for the whole fucking thing, right?
Yeah.
So you're gonna have like a... Get me clear on this. Is this like vampires only or not?
Honestly, I kind of think this should be a vampires only thing because you guys told me that the Sabbat would be drawn to this race. And this could be like a yearly purge of them. You could yeah, this could just be something where you guys race and the Sabbat will come in and they will probably try and take you down, but you guys are better than them. So you slaughter all of them and
What if they fucking nuked us?
what?
Well, I don't know. I mean, if they know that we're doing this thing, maybe they can plan a fucking ambush, man.
Hey, look, if there's any advice you need to you want to give me, please,
I don't know.
please say it.
I don't know. Why don't we try it and see what happens?
I
I
don't
mean,
want you guys to get hurt.
yeah. Well, you know, look, we're kind of in the firing line anyway. That's what we do. That's the wolf pack for you. And since Terrace is gone, well, who gives a goddamn, you know? Fuck it. I want to take down as many of those assholes as we can, as fast as possible.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I just came to check up on you. I'm glad you're all right. Everything seems to be cool. How much is this little crystal over here?
That one's $1.
He flicks you $1.
Oh, thank you. I'll wrap it up for him. All nice.
Well, I guess I'll see you around.
I'll
And he
see you
leaves.
around.
Okay. So, Chase, you come downstairs and find Simon and Vincenzi. Simon being Marshall, rather.
Evening, Marshall. How you doing?
Hey, Chase, good to see you again, man.
See, I told you we were FBI.
Yeah.
This is quite some setup you got here, fam. Far out.
Yeah. I just hope for your sake your dad's not into what we think he's into.
What? Banking and looking after oligarchs' money, hiding it away in Swiss bank accounts and stuff?
Yeah.
Tax evasion is a very serious crime, Marshall. You know, you should be aware of that. You know how they got Al Capone? Tax evasion. Ain't that right, Chase?
That is correct.
Yeah.
That is how we got him. All right. So,
Oh, well, I guess you want to know about the safe and shit. We got it open. I had a look inside. We photographed a bunch of documents and shit in there. Um, there was uh, there was one thing, Chase. You probably should be aware of.
Mm-hmm.
There was a flask about yay high, black. Opened it up, had a bit of a sniff inside there. Smelled like well, that special coffee that you make.
You didn't happen to get a sample of that special coffee, did you? A small sample?
Well, it so happened that I did, Chase. It so happened that I did, but I didn't know what quite to do with it.
I'll hand that over to other people.
Okay, well, it's up in your office. I put it on your desk.
Okay. All right.
Okay, yeah, there was that. What else we find? The machine, the computer. We found a guest list. Yeah, we went through the emails. We got a guest list. Names of the people coming. Catering, security. There's going to be a yacht apparently coming up to the house on the day. So I don't know whether he's planning a trip or something. Maybe there's some kind of surprise thing happening there. I haven't had a chance to read through everything yet.
A yacht. Oh, God. Lots of things can come in a yacht. All right. All right, I tell you what. Can you send that little sample to a certain important man we know in secret places?
That is a very general statement, Chase, and I don't know that I can decipher that one.
Ah,
You're gonna have to be little bit more specific.
uh,
I know a lot of very important people. You know, I mean, you of course among them.
yeah. A man who's like a icon to all his friends.
Okay, you mean Vincent?
Yeah,
Why don't you just fucking say that?
well, all this going around shit's driving me nuts.
Take a breather, Chase. I think it's getting to you.
Yeah, it's getting to me. You're telling me things are happening. Yep. All right, so if you could get that to Vincent, that'd be great.
Sure. Okay, I'll do that.
Yeah.
So he leaves. You with Marshall. You gonna be okay here, Marshall, with Chase and shit?
Yeah, I'll be fine. There's plenty of stuff going on here.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. There's plenty of stuff going on here. He goes off and gets in the car and fucking leaves. Okay.
Okay. Well, Marshall, you've been in a helicopter before, haven't you?
Yeah. Dad used to fly us around all over the bloody place in them.
Okay. Okay. You like them?
They're a bit noisy and things, but they get you places quickly.
That's true. They do that. They do that. Okay. Well,
So
I'll give you.
I cracked the safe last night. Did Vincenzi tell you? This is Jimmy. He's just come down the stairs.
Marshall,
Covered.
Jimmy Marshall.
Jimmy reaches out an oil-stained hand to you, Marshall. Hiya,
Ah.
Jimmy.
Hey, Jimmy Marshall,
Yes.
good on you.
How do you fit into all of this?
Not quite sure yet, but it's my dad's place. I think that you're all after interested.
Oh, is that where we got the safe? That was the whole operation out on Lakeshore, right? Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's your dad's house, huh?
Yeah. That's our lake house place.
Oh, Jesus, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry about all of this. It must be really hard.
Let me come with me for a minute. Excuse me, Marshall.
Sure. So Jimmy follows Marshall off for a second.
No. I want to speak to Jimmy.
Yeah. Jimmy follows Chase.
Okay.
Yep.
He's human. He doesn't know about us, Jimmy.
Okay. So let me get this straight. You got some kind of cover story for all of this, right?
Yes,
Right.
we're the FBI.
We're the FBI. Okay, and is his dad like under some kind of investigation, right? Right.
That's right. That's right.
Okay, okay. So how does he feel about all of that?
Well, that's what I'm about to ask him.
Right, right. Okay. Well, just tell him if there's anything I can do. It must be a real hard situation for a kid to be in like that.
I bet you it is. I bet you it is.
Yeah.
I'll let him know, Jimmy. I'll let
Okay.
him know.
All right. Have you seen Zora around? I thought she was here earlier, but she might have gone home by now.
I think she went home.
That would make sense.
Jimmy,
Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
you can take some time off if you need to be with Zora. You know that.
Well, the thing is, Chase, is right now we've got the new Balak's chopper is just come in, and I'm trying to get it up kind of flight ready right now, so that you can. I know you really want to get that thing in the air, and you got that new job coming up for what's his name, Mr. Thornhill, did you say?
Yeah, yeah.
So that's probably the one that you're going to be looking at using. I'm thinking it's the most innocuous kind of chopper for the job. So yeah, I want to make sure it's going.
Okay, okay.
Okay, he goes off.
All right.
You come back.
I'm back.
All right.
So, you want to come up to my office?
Sure.
Takes them up to the office. There are, in this office, there's a lovely picture at the back of a Huey helicopter. There's models of different kinds of helicopter. You begin to think this guy is kind of obsessed with helicopters. And it's like any other office you see in any other rich man's.
I'm imagining there's like a flying certificate or three.
Yep, yep. And pictures. If you look, there's small pictures of him in uniform.
Is your flying certificate from like 1950 something?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Right. And so, Marshall, you may notice that the flying certificate's from 1950 something, and Chase does not look like he's 50, 60, 70 years old.
Well, like 70 years old if he's got his flair. Or it's from the Korean War or something.
Well, was trained somewhere around that time, and then through Vietnam.
Yeah, but I'm not that smart. I probably wouldn't actually notice and wouldn't care about reading the dates on a certificate.
Right. Fair enough. Fair enough. That makes sense. Okay. Okay. So, Belladonna, what are you doing this evening?
I'll send a message to Chase being like, if you need me, just give me a text. And then I'll go about what I normally do until he messages me. Also, I'll message Yayan being like, I miss you.
Okay. Very well. Very well. Yayan texts you to say, I've got some presents for you. I'll bring them around later.
All right.
All right.
And I'll try and make something for him. Oh boy.
Okay. Do you want to make some crafty, arty checks?
I'll do yeah.
Items?
When it comes to her workplace, I've given her a specialty in whatever it is she does.
Right.
I don't know the word for it, so.
What is it that she does?
She makes like putting like salves and salves.
Yep.
And like incenses and stuff like that.
Right.
She also does, like little potted plants and stuff.
Wiccan supplies.
Yeah, without the label though.
Right.
So
right. Okay.
Craft.
And probably Dex or Wits, one of those would make sense.
Right, well, I'll go with Dex. So
all right.
Okay.
It's
6.
Holy fucking moly.
Yeah.
So you make something incredibly.
Make the hell out of it and dress it up all nice for him.
Okay. possibly involves some very dexterous finger work, weaving or something like that, or painting or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
If it had been wits, it would have been a really clever idea, but still. Okay.
Yeah.
Any case, okay, so that's what you're doing until such time as you either get a visit or a phone call or a text message. Okay, fair enough. Okay, so the guest list, Barry. You have the guest list. The guest list includes all of, or many members of the, what is your family name again? Marshall
Rodgers.
Rodgers. Many members of the Rodgers family. Two sides of that. There's the father's side and the mother's side, and then there's various aunties, uncles, and cousins and spin-offs, and their various married offshoots, and their children. Then there are the business partners. So there's probably a number of different bankers and so on. You discover that at least one of the members of that list is actually a person, a name that you've come across before. Give me a moment to see if I can be a little bit more specific about that. That is the wrong list.
Investigating work is tiring.
Hiring. Tell me about it. I have to give you all the information. Do, 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 do.
So, Marshall, how do you feel about your dad being investigated by the FBI?
I haven't been convinced that you are the FBI, so I know there's something funky going on here, and I'm just all excited about being involved in it.
Right. So what does he say?
Yeah, well, you know how these high-flying bloody wanker bankers are. They're just ripping people off, and time that, that sort of shit stopped. So I'm kind of looking forward to seeing the old boy be taken down a rung or two.
So, Barry, one of the names on the list is a fellow named Vito Rocco.
Vito Rocco.
Yeah.
Why is that familiar?
Why
Is that Edward Neely's ghoul?
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that
I love
was
knowing
familiar.
things.
But you're not there, so you
I'm
don't.
not there.
So,
Bells probably would know as well.
Bells would know, but yeah, and I think to be fair, Chase probably should know.
Okay.
So yeah, Vito Rocco is on the list. Anyway, you're back to.
I'm gonna text her the list.
All right.
I'll text her the list.
The list is long and just.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a huge text.
No,
It's gonna cost me so much money.
You can
Yeah,
email it to
no.
her. Why don't you email it to her?
I'll email it to her, but she won't get it because she'll be busy with. I don't know that, do I? Okay.
Well, I'll tell you what. Zora comes to you, Bella. She says, you keep getting those noises on your computer upstairs. I think that's a message is coming through.
Okay, right. Like a legitimate message, right? Not
I don't
like
know.
a message.
Bella. I just get sick of the sound because I'm up there and I'm trying to work and I'm hearing the computer. You got mail. You've got mail.
Okay, let's see if we can figure this out. We'll go upstairs and try.
Okay, so
computers.
Right, you compute and you indeed have email in your whatever account that you are using. You use probably, I don't know.
The store account.
The store account, okay.
Yeah.
So Chase has emailed you this list of guest names. Do you actually read it right now, or does she just like, okay, I've got a list?
Yeah, I'll read it because I'm not entirely sure what this is about unless he's marked it as such, and I'll just read through.
Maybe
I put on it guest list in big letters.
Right.
Knowing you.
And he might have highlighted Vito Rocco's name.
Yeah, definitely highlighted that.
Okay, very good.
Do I recognize any other
Any other
souls.
names on that list? You can go through that list. You see the name. Oh, let me see. The name Joss Franks is on the list, and that's a name that you have come across before.
Was it me or was it Mercy?
Either way, it should be in the Chicago Queen Coteries reports.
Okay, because I know that there was a Joss who was in Mercy's
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
thing. Is it the same guy?
The name is Joss Franks. Yeah. Works as an account manager at Saatchi.
Yeah. Okay, right. That one's definitely familiar, and although Mercy was never really one for paperwork, so she probably wouldn't have done it, but
Chase was Chase there? I know that you weren't alone.
Peter probably was there.
Peter.
Yeah, Peter was the one that kept everything.
Okay, and has Peter been making reports to the Chicago Queen Coterie office?
Yes.
That name is in there then, and you if you bother to read those reports, then you will have noticed that name.
Anyone else?
Sam Quaid.
The car dealer.
Yep.
Okay. So far we've got a couple of people that are attached to the venture. And then we've also got although I'm pretty sure Sam Quaid is like, he's gotta be a ghoul of someone that is a venture, surely. He's anyway, I'm not sure.
You should have that conversation with your cohorts.
Okay, I'll call up Chase.
Oh,
Hi, it's
Hi.
Bella. So I recognize a few names here. Vito.
Yeah, I thought that sounded familiar. Where have I heard that from?
Oh, he's the ghoul of Edward Neely.
Edward Neely.
Yeah, you know him, the department store owner, the Deli Plaza.
Oh, crikey.
And then there's Joss, who I recognize from one of Mercy's and Peter's paperwork. Okay, I do read and try anyway. And then there's who's Sam Quaid, the car guy.
Is he another Ventru?
I suppose he is, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
Like another, I think he's a ghoul. I don't think that he is a vampire, but I don't know.
Okay.
That's for
All
you
right.
to find out, because I don't
Yes,
have
I
that
know,
resources there.
I know. You should be rehearsing, you know.
Rehearsing what?
The girlfriend thing. You got to pretend to be the girlfriend.
Why does this has come out of nowhere?
Because he's a ghoul. He's a ghoul. You got to convince him. You got to
Who's a ghoul?
You got to make the father think that you're really the girlfriend.
I'm sure they'll be fine. They'll be fine.
You sure?
But where is this coming from? We're talking about the guest list. The guest list is more important.
Yeah, I hope. Yeah, okay. All right, so I'll check on these guys. Okay, I'll get my people to check on these guys, all right? I'll let you know what I come up with.
Okay, thank you.
Why is everything Ventru heavy?
There wasn't anyone else I saw on the list.
On the list, I mean, no names that you recognize.
Okay.
Oh,
I mean, the one that might be the most of the biggest concern would be Joss.
Yeah. See, Sachi's Sabbat hive or something. I
Don't know.
no idea. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah. What's the question?
Should we go to Chase's? See what they're up to?
Yeah, let's go and see him. Jimmy might be there.
Okay.
He's building a new helicopter right now, and it's really interesting. He's been telling me about how the blades, they like, anyway, it's complicated.
Okay. I'll leave a message for Yayan being like, I'll be back at this time. We'll be later on in the evening.
Very well.
And then we'll go to Chase's.
All right, so you head over to Chase's. Meanwhile, Simon Marshall, Simon Marshall, that should be called Simon Marshall. Anyway, Marshall Rodgers, you're still hanging out there with Chase, overhearing some rather strange conversations.
Yeah, I'm kind of piecing together little bits and pieces, and these people aren't quite what they see.
Right. And what's that leading you towards at the moment?
Bit of apprehension, thinking I've got myself into something that is much bigger than I originally thought.
Yes, it is. Yeah. Okay. Very good. You still carrying your bag of snow around on you?
Oh yeah, I
Bag
would
of
have tucked that in my pocket.
Oh,
Right.
not extra snow.
No.
Just had a Bell's moment. Sorry.
Okay.
I know better.
Yeah, and I said, Chase, is there a bathroom around here somewhere? Just need to go and just use a bathroom.
down there and to the right.
Okay. Thanks, and out the door I head. Go and powder my nose.
Okay, so you go and powder your nose.
Russell also powdered his nose.
But I don't powder my nose with snow. Believe me.
You couldn't afford it.
I could not afford it. That is Shut up.
It's true.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, guys, you guys talk to each other. I'm going to go and powder my nose. But I'm being ironic because I can't afford it. All right. So you go off to powder your nose, and when you get into the bathroom there, you're having a bit of a snort when the door suddenly bursts open. Not like burst open like somebody's trying to catch you or anything, but like somebody coming in. And it's Jimmy. And he pops in. And are you doing this kind of conspicuously in the open, or are you kind of carefully hiding in the back?
I would have gone into a stall.
Right. Okay. Ugh. Okay, so you go into a stall, in which case you just hear Jimmy come in and take a piss and then leave again. No big deal. He doesn't care. So
Okay. And I finish doing what I'm doing and wander out, standing a couple of feet taller.
all right, so you might have a couple of extra dice to certain checks and a couple of fewer dice to certain other checks for a little while. Okay, cool. So if something like that comes up, feel free to remind me.
Can I speak to Jules, please?
Yes, okay. Jules comes up to your office. So, Chase, I understand that you wanted to speak to me.
Yes, I do. Two things.
Yes.
I want you to find out about a company called Guardian Security.
Very well.
If they're small and they're having any kind of trouble or need any kind of financial help, let's help them as much as we can.
Are you looking to acquire?
Yes, I am.
Very well. Then perhaps a hostile takeover might be in order, if possible. If not, well, okay, I'll get whatever information I can find on them. Guardian Security, you say?
Yes, Guardian security. Next question.
Yes.
Very important question. And that's why we're doing this in the office.
Puts her glasses on. Yes.
We've talked about this before.
Oh.
Do you want to be what I am?
She takes her glasses back off again. Do I want to be what you are?
Yes.
Well, you know what Belladonna would say.
What would she say?
She would say, what, you mean an asshole?
Yeah, you know what I mean, girl.
Do I want to be what you are? Well, I think the short answer would be that I'm most certainly interested in any kind of position that affords me career advancement, yes. So if this is considered to be career advancement, then of course I would be interested in any of those sorts of positions.
You do realize you'd be saying goodbye to sunbathing and...
She's got the palest skin and slightly blotchy, covered in a little bit of makeup, but not too heavy.
Yeah, yeah.
She says, I am well aware of the consequences, thank you.
I'm sorry, I'm not trying to teach my mother to suck eggs. Yeah. I just want you to be fully aware. Because you'd have to meet the prince before we did this. I have asked his permission. He says he wants to meet you.
Yes, I of course would be interested. I am obliged to tell you that I feel as much as I would like this opportunity. For some reason, I feel it's important to mention to you that I don't trust anyone else in our organization to do what I can do during the daytime.
That means...
Be prepared to lose that. I'm very good at what I do, Mr. Hamilton. My job is secure, and
You're more than very good.
Yes, well, I'm not sure what you will gain from turning me into a kindred. What are you really after here?
I need... somebody who knows computers, knows business, knows all that sort of stuff.
Well, I know computers only rudimentarily, to be honest with you. I know how to use computers, I know how to use spreadsheets, but I'm not any kind of hacker, if that's what you're looking for. I understand business, of course, but you realize business operates during the daytime, Mr. Hamilton.
Yes, it does, doesn't it?
Would you really wish to sacrifice your business opportunities simply to have me around at night time?
You know that I want to start a movie company as well. That's why I went to Los Angeles. Was it Los Angeles?
It was.
Yeah, Los Angeles.
Yes, I have heard that you're looking to acquire some assets in that respect.
Mm.
I'm not sure what bearing that has on the topic of me being made a vampire, though.
I just want to know if that's what you'd like to eventually go to, and do you feel, hearing your point of view of, no one can do your job, that's a good point.
Well,
We can delay it for a while until there is somebody you trust enough to do your job.
I think that is a good option, and once there is someone who is in a position who can do our business operation during the daytime that we absolutely and implicitly trust with our lives and with their skills, that
Yes.
When that person has found their way into our organization, or we have recruited them, or whatever, then perhaps we can consider these options more clearly. But I personally feel secure in my position presently. It is not as if I am going to die anytime soon, given my condition.
Yes. All right. Just asking.
I'm not a combatant, so I'm not in the front line. I don't need to be concerned about being shot to death. So I am temporarily immortal as long as you are alive to feed me your blood.
All right. All right. We'll keep it the way it is.
Very well.
All right. But yes, security company, take it. If we've got the money, take it.
Very well.
All
I
right.
will look into that. Okay. Now, does anybody else have anything particular that they want to do? I was hoping to get to this party tonight, but it turned out to be a mystery, so
Well,
go with the flow.
Bells and Zora are going to Chase's.
Right, well, you get to Chase's.
Mhm.
And you come in, and you see Marshall come wandering out of the bathrooms, I'm imagining.
Hi. I'll bring Zora over.
Okay, so do you want to describe Zora to Marshall?
She's quite pretty. She's about the same height. She looks about 10 years older than Bells. She has like a shawl over her head.
Like a veil?
Yeah, a veil. She is a priestess. She's also got lots of bangles and jewels on. A very peaceful woman that moves gracefully.
Multiple layers of necklaces and things, and long, slender sleeves, and yeah.
They probably both smell amazing because they've just come from a heavily incensed place. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Are you Stevie Nicks?
Excuse me, what? Sorry, what did you say?
You look like Stevie Nicks.
Who? She turns to you, Bella. Who is this Stevie Nicks that he's speaking about?
She's one of the singers of Fleetwood Mac.
Oh,
It's kind of amazing.
is that a compliment?
Yes, of course. Don't you remember we almost had the chance to join them?
Okay. Okay. All right.
She was originally a groupie too. So
Stevie Nicks, was it?
Yeah, Stevie Nicks.
I'm googling.
You don't know who Stevie Nicks is? What the fuck?
I actually don't know. I am.
You don't know who Stevie Nicks is?
You crazy?
I'm as old as the universe almost, and I know him.
But Fleetwood Mac's. I mean, I know Fleetwood Mac. I just didn't know who Stevie Nicks was. Look, I was raised in Papua New Guinea in the fucking dark ages. Okay, we didn't have music television, and we didn't have your MTV.
So what have you been doing since then?
Good question.
Just buried your head in the sand.
Now I'm trying to find the resemblance. Now is my next question. Like, why? I mean, okay, so she's female and she's blonde.
Oh, she dressed in flowing clothes and bangles and shit like that.
Okay. All right. Okay. Very well.
Both of them are very boho.
Right. And Zora is from
Right.
South America, isn't she, if I'm not wrong? That's what I always assumed anyway.
Oh, you can say that she has. I don't mind.
Okay.
But originally she was a groupie with Bells.
Right, they were groupies. Okay.
Yeah.
In the 60s. 70s.
60s, 70s, yeah.
Okay. Oh, and Bells has turned up in a hippie van, by the way. So there's a hippie van parked in the fucking aircraft hangar as well.
Yeah. It's what you imagine, pretty much.
Peace signs and
Flowers and
Earth, Mother stuff. Yeah. Okay, so these hippies have gotten out of the car, and Zora smiles to you. Well, I think that's a great compliment. Thank you very much.
Oh, so this is Marshall Rodgers. Marshall, this is Zora of the Valley.
I'm pleased to meet you, man. And I'm kind of taken by a bit intimidated.
Right.
She's the most intimidating person.
At that point, Jimmy comes over and intercepts, because and he says, Zora, have you got time to come and help me with that transponder that I was telling you about? Of course, Jimmy, I can do that. It's so nice to meet you, Marshall. I hope you have a good night. Be careful. Don't. She goes off with Jimmy.
I love those two.
Where's Chase right now? Chase.
Finding out what they got from the computer, working on that.
Right.
He's in the main computer room, main security room.
I'm just waving in front of Marshall.
Right.
You're high. I can tell.
You get a list of company names and assets that are belonging to Marshall's dad. And one of those companies owns shares in a advertising agency called Saatchi, whom you have on record from your previous misadventures.
Yes, when we were looking for a little girl.
Correct. And that is where the name Joss, what did I say?
Franks.
Thank you, came up from. So there is that.
So I get the comparison and say, he came from dong, and put two and two together.
Yeah. The other thing that you get from this whole situation is that until recently, his dad has been meeting someone by the name of Philippe out at a restaurant on South Side Chicago over the last few months, and then recently, at approximately the time that you would expect, stopped meeting that particular individual. And that whole relationship seems to have ended. All you have is dates and times. You don't have anything about what was discussed.
Okay.
All right. Well, it's 10 o'clock, and that is when we wrap. So, Simon, first game of Vampire the Masquerade. I better stop recording this before you say something.